on so we can hear each other. We are live. We don't have any viewers yet, but how are you doing, Brian Helling?
Yeah.
In the booth with me. Those of you who watched him, he was in the 5-seat Mighty Hammer yesterday. The camera's right there. Microphones are on. You got to do that to the camera.
Oh.
There you go. Boom. Tell me about the Mighty Hammer.
It's a business that I started a while back. And actually, it's a really long story, but I got into paintless dent repair from a poker player friend of mine.
From Colorado?
From Washington State.
Okay.
And and then through Journey of Life, I found an area in Montana where I started to kind of build my business. And then COVID happened and kind of slowed things down. So we came down here and started playing some cards, and we've been doing okay. And then a hailstorm happened back up north, and so I had to go back home for a while and did a bunch of work then, and now I'm back playing poker.
Fun. Excellent. Yeah. And you played on the stream yesterday.
Yeah.
I cropped together when you said you wanted to be in the booth with me, and Eddie was deep at the in the tournament. I cropped together a few hands from yesterday's tournament.
Okay.
So let's go over those.
Cool.
I'm going to hit this button. And thank you. All right. So I am going to mute the table microphone so they can only hear us talking. This first one yesterday was... You had ace 4. This is hand 47. I just grabbed a couple of them because you didn't play a lot with Woodley and Shrek in there battling the whole time.
Yeah. Yeah, they locked me out.
Yeah, you were right in the middle, so it was tough. You had a low VPIP. I think you were in the teens, in the upper teens, like 17, 18 VPIP or something like that. But I did catch a few hands. So here, Tricky Fish. You called on the button. Jay 3-bets it to 160 in the small blind, folds around a Tricky Fish in the cutoff who calls the 130. You've got ace 4 suited. What are you thinking here?
Well, my plan was thinking that is it Woodley, right?
Woodley is out of the hand by now.
But my plan is that if he's being aggressive and Jay's being aggressive, and I like my hand to see the flop on the button, I'm okay with that. But if they try to come over the top, I need to make a stand.
Right on.
And so I need to do something to make a stand so I can get back in this game.
Pile in
and maybe if this is the way that it's going to go down, all right, let's go for it.
Excellent. So here, hand 54, you're playing what's called the stand-up game. And the stand-up game, for those of the people who don't know, everybody stands up. When you win the hand, you sit down. The last person to sit down pays everybody else $25. So they basically lose $200. Now you are in the big blind with ace king. Knock, who's already sitting because he's won a hand previously, he raises to 65. You 3-bet to 275. He calls. Flop comes out. You hit your ace. And check.
Yeah, I mean, I think that I think he's going to have lesser aces, and so that's good. 2, I think he's going to have a lot of underpairs. And so in a sense, I'm checking for deception.
Right.
And hoping to turn my hand into a 2-street hand.
Right on. So he checks back.
And then in this situation where I'm betting here, I bet really, really small, basically trying to target his underpairs in this situation.
Right.
And then read him as he's grabbing chips and his timing to give me kind of an idea what I can fire on the river for value if there's a safe card on the river
So he
to
calls
get value.
150. And 882 in the pot now. You've got 924. You've got just over a pot size bet.
Yeah, I'm basically trying to just squeeze out anything.
I think you make it 325. Very, very third of the pot. Just over a third of the pot.
I'm hoping he just doesn't believe me and makes a hero call with, say, like pocket jacks.
I mean,
pocket
and
tens.
he's right there. He's got tens. You know, kings, queens, jacks, tens are all the same right now. They're only beat by the ace. That's a great bet. Put him in a really tough spot, especially checking that flop.
He really did tank for a while too. I was like, "Come on, give me some."
and Woodley jokes. if he bluffs you off this, he gets to sit down, and then he jokes something about, let's listen to him. We'll be quiet for a second and listen to him.
Knock's never ever going to come back for a raise here, right? Just not going to happen. Reconstructing the hand. Again, made the comment that Mighty Hammer hasn't played too many hands.
So, do you hear what they're saying?
No, actually not.
Woodley wants to take a quarter from everybody to make the call so that Mighty Hammer doesn't win and stays standing. He's like, let's all pitch in 25. So that's funny. He does eventually fold.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll go on to this hand. Jack 8 suited on the button. Folds around. There's a straddle on. So you make it 35 on the button. Woodley, who's the most aggressive, he had like an 80 VPIP, calls, and Jack calls from the straddle. Flop is 4-5-9, checks around. 4 of
this brings in the
diamonds.
flush draw, and so after everybody checks to me, I feel like, you know, there's a chance to just basically bet and hope that nobody has any of it, and I just win taken down.
And Woodley does not like folding. He calls you
Yeah.
and misses everything.
And I'm
Everybody
never going to
misses.
bluff him. He's
No, you can't
non-bluffable.
bluff Woodley.
So I just surrender.
And win it with Jack High.
Mm-hmm.
Accidentally win it with Jack High. So that was a funny hand that I threw in there. The last one, the last 2 minutes, I'll show you. You've got pocket nines.
This hand.
So here here I'm gonna turn off.
Record
That doesn't count.
It counts as a third, fourth, fifth line, depending how many quote unquote straddles there is. So anything out. So basically, he's calling every 3 out of 4 hands.
Right.
Shrek 43%, Tricky Fish 30%, Rick in the mid-20s along with Jack.
Which is standard.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mighty Hammer 17.
Low
knock.
mid-20s is.
Yeah. Depending on the game.
Depending on the game,
Pure
correct.
Beat is a little low.
Yeah.
Woodley is really high. Shrek is a little high.
Yeah.
Okay. One of the last hands of the night.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we're approaching the 10 o'clock hour, and you were down to 1,000. You're up to $2,600 in this pot.
Mm-hmm.
And you're in middle position, under the gun +3 with pocket nines. You make it 30. Woodley, 3 bets to 100.
Mm-hmm.
Folds around, we're heads up. What are you thinking?
Honestly, I really want to 4-bet, but at the same time, I'm really uncomfortable with 4-betting a loose player like Woodley. And I don't want to
jam with nothing, and you don't want to fold.
Right, and I don't want to be in a really awkward situation like that, so I'm relying on just being able to play out of position and play kind of a check call, catch and bluffing type manner. This is really not a good flop for my hand, so I'm going to check, and he continues small, am I correct?
He bets 200 and you call.
And, you know, I mean, I'm just going to peel him one
Or
time.
excuse me, he bets 100 and you call.
I'm going to peel him one time and see what he does. And then the turn goes check, check. And on the river, I really, really think that I have the best hand here. I can't.
And he
I
bets
could see him having
275.
anything, you know? And so, like, I can see him even having a random 2 pair that I don't expect. And so I kind of just said, you know what? I'll wait for a better spot.
Right. He bets 275 on the river, and you do finally give it away.
Yeah. And then when he turned it up, I was like, dang it.
He does show the 8s
Yeah.
also, so that makes it fun. So now we're back on camera. We've got another 5.5, 6 minutes before the final table live stream is ready to go. First thing I'm going to do, we've been watching for 9 minutes. I'm going to jump on here. This is what we call the cloud bot. For the people that are watching, I'm going to give them all 100 points.
Cool.
And what that does is lets all these people, you'll see it, they'll pop up. Somebody throw points up there or gamble or do something so we can show Brian how that works.
This is everybody that's in the
This
text
is
chat.
everybody chatting.
Cool.
And right now they're being really quiet. They're not normally this quiet. I'm going to jump on here and see if there's a problem. Because maybe they're all talking and we just don't hear them.
I got to play a few hands with Poker Monkey today.
That's
he
fun.
Introduced himself, and then I think Sass mentioned that she got to meet Captain Underpairs.
That's also fun.
Speaking
So
of.
they weren't talking. There's Sassy. Speaking of, yeah. Hashtag or exclamation point points. Now, the Streamlabs bot is going to come up and say, Sassy, you have 5 points. Since she's brand new to the stream, I think I'm going to go try to find her. Sometimes I can't find people when they're brand new if they haven't liked it. Like and subscribe. See, that button means Chad Dustin has just subscribed.
Cool.
So, yeah, Sassy met some of the pros. I'm going to see what Rick Brown says for points. Rick Brown, you have 2 points. All right, I'm going to go try to find these 2 players and give them points. So I'm going to go to loyalty. Now, I can give everybody points, and sometimes they don't work. So I know Sassy has 2 points. So let's try to find Sassy over here. And so she's not in my, she's not here yet, basically. And I'm not sure what the algorithm is, but sometimes they don't work. And so she's just going to have to watch and earn them the old-fashioned way.
Yeah.
JC Sound Guy says, howdy all. I was going to come out tonight not feeling good. Stayed home watching movies with the wife. That's always a good idea. If you can stay home and watch movies with the wife. Rounder from Twitch. Yeah, Rick, we quit streaming on Facebook and Twitch and just went strictly to YouTube. Number one, for the monetization. You know, they're paying us to do it. And number two, we were having chats on 3 different platforms, and it was complicated to keep them straight. So forcing everybody to watch on YouTube isn't ideal for you, but it worked out better for the chat, and so that's why we did that. Tiny says, hey, Eric, I was going to come out, not feeling too good, stayed home. Oh, Tiny said it, and then he said it as JC Sound Guy. He's got 2 accounts. All right. Rick Brown, tons of points if I only watch on YouTube. So let's see. We got about 2 minutes left. Let's check out this final table. We've got $300 buy-in, 30K starting stack, 30-minute levels, 49 players today. I'm not positive, but I think that's near the top of the record for a Saturday tournament that we have.
Nice.
$12,000 in the prize pool. It's a $8,500 prize pool, and so we made that by 150%, so that's great. First place is taking home $4,532 with 49 places. We only pay 10%, so rounds up to 50, we're paying the top 5. Fifth place, $1,348.
Nice.
For a $300 tournament that started 6 hours ago. That's not a bad day.
Yeah.
Not a bad day at all. Tiny, you got 666 points. You need to get rid of one or get another. I'm just going to go give you a point. Hold on, Tiny. I don't like that number. Loyalty. Let's go find Tiny with his 600. And I'm going to say edit. And I'm going to make you just have a flat 700 now. Whoa, that is way too much. I gave you 7,000. Save. 700. There we go. Now I feel better about you.
Oh, cool.
All right, 55 seconds. So we do have, okay, for those of you that don't know, Brian went shooting with us yesterday, Brian and his wife, Sassy.
Yeah.
And 2 of the kids that went with us are at the final table.
Yeah, that's super cool.
So that's going to be fun.
Yeah.
If you guys watched yesterday, or if you're Facebook friends with me and you saw those videos I posted, 2 of those kids, and I call them kids, one of them's 18, can't even drink in here.
Yeah. Yeah, Gil's 18 years old, and he is a crusher.
Crushing. Tiny's gonna be in the booth Monday. I look forward to it, buddy. Yeah, we're gonna have a lot of fun, and We got
Yeah, and they said none of them have ever shot before too. So.
Yeah, they hadn't shot a gun. You can go check out my Facebook page and watch me teaching. I said that yesterday. I love teaching people. I love teaching poker. I love teaching shooting. Anything I'm passionate about, I love to share that with the other people.
Oh, yeah.
So here we are, firsthand. Tiny, come to the range with us. That'll be fun. All right. So there we go. We just watched that screen.
Oh, so we're on a delay, right?
We are on a 15-minute delay. That happened 15 minutes ago.
Okay.
That's what that countdown was for.
I thought I saw the clock when I came in, and I thought it said they were at 3-6 for the blind. So.
No, it was like seconds into the next level.
Yeah, Joseph went shooting with us, and he's all in. And he's got a monster.
Let's go, Joseph. We do have Dory.
Hey, we're still here, guys.
Her husband got taken out, but I think he got the bounty.
Oh, he did. Jim got the bounty?
Yeah, I think so.
Excellent. Let's, I'm going to pull up chip stacks real quick. Give me just a second. And chip stacks to start this tournament. We've got Brady up at the top with 349,000. Gil, 347. Shane. Oh, our floor and dealer, Shane, 148,000. Let's pull that up again. Sass is bringing us our drinks. Every time they move, it goes away. That's okay. Laura in the 4 seat with 78,000. She's got 19 big blinds.
5 fold, 6 fold, 7 call, 8 fold, 9 fold.
Ace 10 against King 10.
Heads up.
Where are you headed after this? Like tonight?
No, after Dallas.
Oh, just back to LA.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
From Los Angeles.
Yeah, we're both here from Los Angeles.
Bet
Oh,
$10,000.
she's taking it down.
Yeah, pretty much. Deal like that.
Call $10,000.
No.
Oh, he does
He's going
call
to float with King
10,000.
High. Not afraid.
No, backdoor flush draws. Oh, now he has the same chance of getting a king or a queen. She's still ahead. She feels better about her hand now.
Oh, yeah.
All in.
There it is.
Probably trying to hope he has an under pair, like pocket 7s, 6s to
Nine,
call.
something, anything, yeah. Dory's at the final table again, such a crusher. So average stack right now is 170. Let's pull up these chip counts after this clock. It's actually 163.
Austin would be there.
All right. So our payouts today for the top 5, right there. Our stack sizes. There's Shane in the 1 seat. Let's do this. Let's look at by seat. We got Shane in the 1 with 148. Rob in the 2 with 146. Johnny, 108 in the 3 seat. Laura in the 4 seat, 110 now. Gil, 347. Joseph, 79. Zach, 94. Brady, 347. And Dora, 102,000. So if we look at that,
2 folds, 3 folds.
Today in the cash game, Johnny came in and right before the tournament, and I was asking the table, I'm like, who's playing the tournament today? And, or what time's the tournament today? And he kind of acknowledged, and I said, did you call dibs yet? And he goes, yes, dibs. And so that's pretty cool. He made the final table. So
nice. The dibs is in effect.
the dibs is in effect.
I just like the buy-in structures here are amazing. The time instead of like paying for table rate is so much better.
Oh, they're talking about Texas poker versus the rest of the country.
Bet 16.
And I had this conversation. I had this conversation a lot when I first got here, telling people the difference, because we don't charge a rake, we charge by the time. And immediately people go, I'm not going to pay $13 an hour to sit down and play poker. That's ridiculous. And I go, well, let's do a little thing I like to call math. At your standard casino, they're going to take $6, $7 out of the pot for a rake every hand.
Yeah.
If you win 2 hands an hour, they took $14 from you. If you pay you paid $13. So if you win more than 2 hands an hour, it's better to pay time.
Yeah.
And here, I don't know about the other card rooms around Texas, but at Poker House Dallas, you can buy in bulk and get a discount. So 1 hour, $13. 5 hours, $55, which is $11 an hour, or 20 hours, $200, brings it down to $10 an hour.
Yeah.
It's a much better deal.
Or Black Friday where they were doing an
Oh,
$8 an hour.
Friday.
I bought 1,000.
Did you?
Yeah, I
Wow.
said let's just get it done.
I mean, that's a place to stock up. They don't expire.
Yeah,
they
they don't.
never go bad.
Oh yeah, and $8 an hour is huge.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
14,000.
Brady's going to make it 14,000 in the cutoff with a suited 7-5. We have Bugsy in the booth. Hey, buddy, as soon as
30,000.
his hand's over, let's have a chat about tomorrow's tournament.
All right, let's do it. Two fold. Eight's a call. Heads up.
Dory's 3-betting.
With ace queen
Getting it
on
in
the
there.
button. She does hit her ace. That's going to stop Brady. I mean, he might put out a blocker bet to try to represent the ace, but she actually has it.
Bet 20,000.
It was folded up.
Fold.
All right, that's a fold. I'm going to turn down the table mic. I'm going to turn on the camera. Let's see, right here. And here's our camera, Bugsy. Tell me about our tournament tomorrow.
Well, ladies and gentlemen,
Here, you got to talk right into that bad boy. Let me get it up here for you so you don't have to
There
bend
we go.
over. You should be able to hear yourself.
as y'all all may know, we here at Poker House pride ourselves on our charity work. Back this spring, to honor my friend Randy Bennett, we did several Congress tournaments for the American Cancer Society in his name, and we were able to raise $6,500 because of our sponsors.
Yeah.
Let's
Very,
go.
very proud of that. We got to thank Old South Pancake House being our corporate sponsor over there in Fort Worth. I don't know if y'all have ever had the opportunity to patronize that business there on University, on your way to TCU from downtown. But they're open 24/7, 365 days a year. And it's where if you've had a little too much to drink and 2:30 in the morning, you want to try to sober up a little bit, they've got the best cup of coffee in all of Texas.
All right.
But we need to thank Rex Benson for that. But Rex had such a big time. He came and played, and he was really pleased with the advertisement he got out of several of those pictures and what we've done.
Let's hold on just a second. We got a big hand going on in the background.
Heads up.
Brady made it 9K. Blinds are 2,000, 4,000. Rob in the 2-seat, 3-bet to 26K. Brady called with King Jack. Flop was a 5, 6, 10.
Two bet 27,000.
Now it's going to be a fold by Brady. And this is the second time he's raised. Got
All in.
He shoves.
Courage.
Wow. I was told yesterday Rob G is the fastest dealer in Poker House. Oh, is he going to call off with ace king? He's doing the math. He might just do it. Brady's only got 2 outs. He needs a jack, and the jack of diamonds has been folded. Oh. He's only got 85K. Well, the 378 won't all be in the pot because Brady's going to get his refund. But there's a 17. He raised it to 26, so there's 52 plus the blinds and nannies. There's almost 60. He's just got over a pot left. I think you just have to call, and if you're behind, hope you get there. And if you're not, just, wrap the table and say GG.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah. He was close.
I mean, he's right there. That's a great move by Brady, putting so much pressure on Rob.
Lemon lime goodness.
Let's turn this up a little bit more.
He left him with the hammer. He left Brady with the hammer. I think I like to just shove all in if I'm at 21 big blinds with ace king. Although,
That's tough.
instead of leaving myself in this awkward spot,
Right,
I feel like
right.
I have to be committed.
Yeah, he does. That's a great,
such a
great play by Brady. Tough call to make.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would have done it with 20 big blinds. Let's quickly look at the stack sizes.
Did he start with 21 big blinds?
No, that's what he has left over.
Oh, that's what he has left over. Oh,
Yeah.
I thought he was 21
No,
bigs when
he
started
lost
the
a
hand.
bunch, but he has 21 left over. All right, let's turn the microphone back on. There you go, Bugsy. Sorry for the interruption.
Oh, no. This is what's important. This is what brings us all together. And this is what makes our charity event so great is this great game of poker. Tomorrow, we are revisiting our Congress tournament for our toy drive. Apparently, we've grabbed 70 angels off tree, and
Yes,
rumor has it that we may be picking up a few women's shelters.
love it.
The idea of kids having to spend their Christmas morning at a women's shelter is just horrifying. So if we can do anything to help that, I'm all in.
Yep, definitely.
I don't want to use poker vernacular, but this one I will.
Yeah, for sure.
Here we go. Did y'all want to comment on these hands?
If there's some action we can, we got Gil with the King Jack, and his buddy Joseph right next to him with the Jack 10 lets it go. It might just be a raise and take it, and then we don't have to worry about it. Brady doesn't know how close he came to just losing all those chips he's got in front of him. Shane does make a call. All right, let's go ahead and talk about this one then. So, Gil, 18-year-old kid playing poker like a wizard, makes it 10,000. Folds around to Shane in the cutoff. He calls 10,000 with Ace 8. Rob on the button calls with King 9. I don't love Rob's call, his overcall. Once Shane came into it, Laura's in the big blind, so she was priced in. Ace 6-5. Shane has the best of it. It checks around. He bets a quarter, and which is about half the pot. It folds. Just pretty standard poker there.
Exactly.
All right.
But no, today was just a little teaser for tomorrow's big event. There was a $200 bound on me. I want to commend Jim Cole on taking me out. He had a flush draw. I had 2 pair. I shoved with 1 ticket to come. And Jim just flat said, you got a bounty on your head.
Let's go.
And he did it, and bing, there comes a diamond. And if I was going to pick somebody, it would be Jim or Dory that I'd want to take the bounty. Of course,
Love Jim and Dory.
Yes, and he did exactly what I thought he would. He contributed half the bounty immediately to the kids that we're trying to provide Christmas presents for. So
I love it.
Merry Christmas to all the kids. There's a little few gifts from Jim there.
Perfect. And so tell me about the tournament tomorrow.
It is.
What time?
It is at 4:00 start time.
4 p.m.
It
What's
is.
the buy-in?
$250 gets you 20,000 in chips.
Got it.
For an additional 50 for our toy drive, you get another 10,000. So 30,000 in chips. for
$300.
300.
Basically, today's tournament. 20-minute levels, though?
No, it's the same structure that
30-minute levels.
30-minute levels.
And we're playing Congress.
Congress.
For those of you that don't know, PLO 5 card.
PLO 8 5 card. This is
PLO
high-
8, chopping
this
it up.
is- We're chopping this bad boy up. all the
PLO
way-
8 5 card.
Now, I don't want anybody to think that I'm easy out there. I did win this at the Venetian a year and a half ago.
Right on.
So, but here's the beautiful thing. If the text message I just got 2 hours ago is spot on, which this is one of my closest friends owns, Dual Ray oil drilling services there in Sherman, Texas. The bounty on my head should be $700 when we pitch the first card
All right.
tomorrow. So if you want to do a Tony Wilson, a lot of y'all know Tony from being a poker dealer up at WinStar all those years. Tony just said, you know what, I'm going to give him the best hand. I'm just going to put him all in. And this one, the bounty was $600 on me back during our cancer tournament. And
Now it's 700.
it's bounty $700. So I expect some loose play coming after me.
If you're at Bugsy's table, you're dodging bullets, baby.
I got to dodge the bullets, and I haven't been real successful at that. Well, I dang sure wasn't successful at dodging bullets today. Jim had a gutter ball to go with his flush draw, so there's Dora, his better half.
Right on.
Yeah.
All right.
It's good to see her at the fun.
I'm going to get back to the action. Zach just raced at 12K. Is that what else do you have to say about tomorrow's tournament?
It's after the Dallas Cowboy football game intentionally.
Perfect.
That was by design.
All right. So we've got a 4 o'clock start
kickoff.
time,
4 o'clock
$300 buy-in, 30K starting stack. $50 of that is going towards the charity.
Exactly.
I love it.
And there's a
$700 bounty on Bugsy.
$700 bounty on my head. So
Yep.
if y'all will, please put it out there on the internet. I'm technologically challenged. That's part of the reason why I'm in here.
Dude, I will like and share everything. Katie, the dealer, is in the chat asking, is Crazy Pineapple still going on? It is 6 o'clock. So we will have 3 tournaments tomorrow. We will have the standard 1 o'clock $130 Deepstack Turbo. 3 hours later, 4 o'clock, we will have the Congress $300 buy-in. And at 6 o'clock, we will have the $180 Pineapple Bounty Tournament. Big day of poker tomorrow. Rest up today. It's going to be fun.
Now, I hope to see you all out here. Let's make this great for the kids here in North Texas. And no kid deserves to miss out on Santa Claus visit.
No, we're bringing so many presents. And hey, thanks a lot, Bugsy. It's always a pleasure.
We thank you, gentlemen. Y'all have a blessed evening.
Appreciate
Thank you, Bugsy.
Oh, Merry Christmas, everyone.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
All right, we'll see you, Bugsy. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it. All right. Back to the action. We've got Rob with pocket sevens in middle position. That +3 means he's high under the gun, +1, +2, +3. So he's middle position. He raises to 10K, which I like the raise. It's just about 2.5x. Johnny makes it 30K from the hijack with pocket 10s.
Good sizings.
Gives to Joseph with ace queen in the small blind. I don't like ace queen anymore with a raise and a re-raise, especially with Rob only having 22 big blinds. He still has to, if he calls this and Rob rips it, now what's he going to do?
I think he's got to shove or fold.
He's only got 17
I like a
bigs.
shove.
I don't hate the shove, but I'm afraid to right now. He is short stack at the table, but I think with his skill set,
Yeah, that's a good point.
he thinks he will outplay the other players, and if he loses a flip right now, he does not have the opportunity to outplay anybody. So,
And there's a lot of action up front.
yeah, with the raise and the re-raise, ace queen in the small blind is a fold. You don't want to be out of position for the rest of the hand. And all in and a call, snap call. We're going to see the cards. There's an 8. Rob has 2 outs. He needs a 7 or a 7. And he does not get it. Ace queen also loses. Good fold,
Yeah.
Joey.
And he's still alive, it looks like, with 3 big blinds. Is that right? No.
No, that is correct.
that
Yep.
correct?
Yep. It shows it. Now, if these chip stacks are correct, then he's still alive. Yep.
Yeah.
Wow, nice hand. Yeah, Joey just said if he did not
Sevens are
three-bet-
not Rob's friend today.
No.
I saw another one where he flopped a set of sevens, and they were like, I think 14.
Oh, he flopped a set and
into aces,
didn't hold?
and the flop was 7-9. I couldn't remember the other card. Turn 9, river 9. So aces makes 999 ace ace, and he has 999.
Nines full of aces. He's got nines full of sevens.
Yeah,
That's
and
just
that was
dirty.
a brutal beat. And so to take this one too right to the final table, that's brutal. But chip and a chair.
Chip and a chair.
Sure making it easy to play.
9 folds.
Dory told Butcher, "You are making it easy to play."
Two folds.
Such a tough spot with 3 big blinds. You just need a spot where you can
Yeah,
get
you
quad,
need
like tuple up.
Yeah, you want 2 face cards. You want a small pair. You want anything. I would even take like a 5-6 suited if there's a raise in front of you. Gil with the ace king in the cutoff.
5 raise for 42,000.
Big
6
raise.
folds.
But that's because
7
Johnny
folds.
raised so big in front of him to 14.
8 folds.
Roughly about 3x size 3 bet.
About 3.5 from Johnny, and then Gil.
3
All right.
folds.
And Gil takes it down.
Good fold, Johnny. You were ahead, but didn't want to flip against the chip leader. Speaking of chips, let's take a glance at these chips. So Rob does have 3 big blinds left. He's down to 13K. Brady at the top with 370, right there in the 8 seat, and Gil right behind him with 345. Johnny 172 after that big hand, 10s versus 7s. Shane, Dory, Zach, Laura, Joseph pulling up the rest of the stack. Let's look at these payouts again for those of you who haven't seen them yet. There they are. We have 9 players left, paying the top 5.
I like to see when it's a $300 buy-in and you're making at least 4 times on your money,
Yeah,
right? I mean, that's
4.5x.
yeah, that's nice.
It's a good bet. It's a good. It's a good tournament.
4 folds.
And that's because we're at the top of the 10%. We're like 49. If it was 41, we'd still be paying 5, but it'd be a lot less, obviously, just percentage-wise.
8 folds. 9 folds.
Raise and take it.
Let's go. Easy game. 7 minutes left in level 11. Still 9 players. Cup just bet. I'm looking at the chat. These guys, I give away like 50, 100 points, stuff like that. Cup's up to 150,000 points just by betting and gambling.
And then just like
Yeah,
it just
yeah.
keeps rotating it.
Yeah.
Cool. What is this you have going on here?
This is the action tracker
This guy right here.
right here, and this tracks all of the action. I'm gonna jump in here and change Dory's name to Dory instead of Dora, because every time I see Dora, it tilts me.
Yeah.
So I just went in there and changed it. Since we're on a 15-minute delay, we're not gonna see it change to Dory for 15 minutes.
Rob puts it in short. King Jack, fine spot. Joseph reshoves.
Yeah, I said 2 face cards.
Yeah.
And
Off to the race.
Joseph offering him a little protection with his 69,000, gets Shane out of it. Now, in a situation like this, deep in the tournament, they don't care. They want the isolation. It seems. I would rather call, let other people in, bust him out, and get closer to the money. You know, but Joseph rips it in so that they go heads up, and
There's
Rob
also a
has
benefit
there.
to the Annies in play.
Right.
He's staying alive.
Let's go.
So the action tracker, Craig out there, he's trying to implement things as the
Exactly.
dealer's also passing word to
Exactly.
exactly what's going
Right.
on.
So we've got
Okay,
Butcher
cool.
in the box, and right behind the 3-seat, we have Craig with a laptop typing in every action, every bet, every call, every fold in real time.
Gotcha.
And that controls where the cameras are. The cameras are they're on a 7-second delay, so it'll show
Gotcha.
for 7 seconds. And then as soon as the action's on somebody, it locks into that person until that person check, folds, calls, whatever, raises, and then it'll move to the next person.
Oh, this sounds like it's really hard, actually.
It's way more difficult than people
Yeah.
initially think. They think
Yeah.
it's all magic and it just works perfectly, and it doesn't.
Yeah, it seems like it.
There's a lot
Bugsy
of
said he's
moving
kind of
parts.
tech retarded. I am tech retarded.
Yeah.
Melissa does Sassy does everything for me. Like, give me a hammer. I know how to fix it if I have a hammer.
Right on.
5-fold, 6-fold, 7-fold, 8-fold, 9-fold, one fold.
See, Rob hasn't put his cards over the reader yet, so we don't know what he had. He just never placed them. Doesn't matter because everybody folded around to him, so he could have ace, ace, or 7 deuce. He still has all the chips.
Gotcha.
Dub up Rob. What does that mean? Dub up Rob? Oh,
Dub
he.
up.
Oh, yeah. But I was like, who's Rob? Is she talking about Rob in the chat?
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Nice
guess
double
he
with the
lives
king
in
jack.
Austin.
Rob.
Is that right?
So
Drives all the way
Rob.
over here to deal.
I don't know that. I did find out that he is a phenomenal dealer, and I was told he's one of the fastest dealers.
Yeah, he's solid.
Town.
He's definitely solid. And he's got some cool tattoos on his right arm that he shared with me a while back that have to do with his family.
Okay.
So yeah,
I love it.
yeah.
Poker Monkey says he has played with Laura before. Yeah, if you play in the Dallas Fort Worth area, you've played with Laura before. I'm gonna listen to Dory talk.
When I was in, I lived in Chicago when I was there.
We can actually hear him pretty good. When you're watching it on stream, I don't notice the.
Because typically when we're watching on stream, I turn it down, and then they're listening to us, and then when there's something interesting, we shut up and I turn it up.
Yeah.
But usually, if you're watching a tournament, they're all serious. There's not a lot of talking.
Yeah, there's
not a lot
more
of
talk
banter.
going on here.
Right.
Yeah.
So, and
Cool.
most of these people, I mean, Dory always makes the table fun. So when she starts telling the story, I'm just going to shut up and listen.
5-fold, 6-fold, 7-fold, 8-fold, 9-fold, 1-fold,
I'm going to sneak out there for just a second.
2-fold.
I thought the 3-5 was straight.
Right.
6 fold.
So
7 fold.
it was not muted. I think I might have figured out why the Zoom 8 mixer goes out sometimes. I did mute it when I came back. There's a little static electricity. I'm just guessing right now. And I might have zapped the mixer and froze it. I had to unplug it and plug it back in. So I might have fixed it because that has been freezing up on me and I never knew why. So I hope that's what it is. This is an all in the call. Rob G with ace queen. Dora with ace 9. She needs a jack to chop it, a 7 to chop it, or a 9 to win. 7 to chop it. I'm not supposed to
loving sevens, man. That's Rob's gonna be seeing sevens in his sleep tonight.
Yeah, the 7s are not his friend today.
I'm quite happy.
Electric personality. So I don't know where I left off with my story, but needless to say, at 10 o'clock, we have a $100 tournament. You get 10K starting stack, 15-minute levels. Wear your pajamas, extra 5K. Wear a robe, extra 5K. Bring a toy to donate, extra 5K. If you don't want to go shopping, donate $10, and you get the extra 5K instead of the toy.
Yeah.
Now, when you bust out, your pajamas and your robe don't count. But you can pay 10, 10, 10 to get your 25K starting stack. We've raised thousands and thousands of dollars to donate to Angel Tree, and we actually have so many toys and presents. I am not confirmed, but I think we're bringing them to a couple of women's shelters and a hospital, children's section.
Awesome.
So I mean, we are just crushing it with the toys. What started out as a joke is just metamorphosing into a movement, and we're just raising money and toys, and I love kids. Nothing more I want to do than to give kids a happy Christmas.
Yeah.
6 fold.
Dora under the gun. And I hate that I just said Dory under the gun. Makes
Yeah, I
it
thought
ace king.
we tried to fix it and
I did fix it. We're on the delay.
Oh, that's right.
So we
Okay.
have to get through that 15-minute delay before it's actually fixed.
Yeah.
And he's still talking because in 15 minutes I go out there and tell him he doesn't have to do that anymore.
Gotcha.
And we didn't really notice it, that the dealers were talking as much, until I was running an action tracker and I said, you don't have to worry about it. I've got this. And then the viewers went, wow, that's much better when the dealers aren't constantly talking, that white noise of the dealer talking. If you could eliminate that, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And so I talked to Craig and he's like, yeah, no problem. And so that's what we're going to start doing. And hopefully the stream is better for you guys.
Nice.
Tiny, such a great charity event. PhD is the best. The Doctors of Poker. PhD.
That's actually pretty cool.
Exactly. I told Jim to remind me why
1 fold.
Yeah. Yeah.
why did I feel like
2 fold. 3 fold. 4 fold.
A lot of dead cards here. Gil in the hijack with a queen 10. I expect him to open after everybody folds to him.
Raised to 12,000.
Makes it a min.
6 fold.
Perfect min click.
7 fold. 8 calls.
Ooh.
12,000.
Dory with KQ in the big blind.
9 call.
She's already halfway there,
3 players.
so she makes the call. Gil needs exactly a 10. Dora needs a king or a queen. There's a queen. Nobody has a spade.
The monotone board might keep Gil from losing too much here.
Bet 15,000.
I think it's just going to go bet, call, and Dora's not going to raise. Being out of position with the worst hand that you think is good is going to be rough for Gil.
Safe.
Now it might go check. Tiny, appreciate you, buddy.
Check.
Spade to chop it? Nope.
Check.
It's going to go check. They've got showdown value. Dory does have the best hand.
Buttons on 8.
Her table seems super fun too. Like that table in the corner
Yep.
was just loud and having a good time. And I'm like, man, she does that wherever she goes.
I was gonna say it's not a coincidence that Dory's always at the fun table.
It sounds like she got you an awesome Christmas gift.
She
Some,
did. She has some
homemade Baileys?
homemade Bailey's coffee creamer,
That's super cool.
and so we've got the new deck in there now.
Mm-hmm.
I love Butcher. He's so good. $41 viewers in the chat. Hey, guess what, guys? We are approaching that 1 hour mark. I'm going to be a little bit early and give you some points while he's washing those cards. Let's pop into loyalty. Let's go. Everybody gets 100 for that hour. Okay. There you go, guys. And a couple of these guys with like 100,000 chips don't even care that I just gave him 100. He's like, oh, that's not like 0.1% of my equity. Rossi Nug Farm still at 94. Why aren't you in my thing? Let's go look at this quickly. I'm going to go look at Frosty and see if I can find you and manually give you some chips, because you should have had them. Now, are you guys liking the stream? I need to figure out why some people don't get it. And if you obviously like the channel and you thumbed up the stream, so I just don't see where you are.
3-fold. 4-fold.
Frosty Nug right there. Oh, 140. You've got it now. Do it again.
5-fold.
Sevens.
It's all in. 7-fold.
I think 41,000 is going to get through.
9-fold.
Sassy says
He
everyone.
says, I hate the 49ers. What'd Sassy say?
Sassy said everyone smash that like button. Yeah, smash
Yeah.
it. Smash it. The Asian Sensation says, sorry, y'all. I just left. I lost every single hand when it went to 18 players. Seat 8 faded big time by rivering quads to stay alive. Taco Bell making everything all better.
I think I saw Asian Sensation when it went in. It looked like he just ran into a monster.
Yeah.
He had a pair into a monster, and he had Ace King.
Eddie Bat, let's go, Dory, ship it. Adding $9.99 to the stream kitty. There you go, Frosty. Now you've got 109. Oh, that's because you just won it.
5-fold.
Santa Claus could have came down and
6-fold. 7 raised to 15,000.
Zach in the hijack.
9-fold.
With Ace Queen makes it 15,000 to go. He's gonna get all the way around. He's gonna pick up the chips.
I bore witness to it.
Keith Kemper, my man Tiny, another Tiny. How are you doing, buddy? He's up in the North Dakota area,
Oh, cool.
crushing tournaments up there.
They got one coming up, as I understand.
In North Dakota?
Yeah.
They do. How do you know that?
Well, I think there's a tournament series that goes on over there. I want to say it's like once a year. One of the dealers was telling me about it last night.
Okay. The New Year's tournament.
It's not the Deadwood one. No, yeah, it's the New
Yep,
Year's.
New Year's. It's Rough Rider Poker Tour.
Yeah.
You were probably talking to Benny.
Yeah.
Yep, he's one of my Minnesota dealers who goes up there and also deals for the Rough Rider Poker Tour and the 701 Poker Tour, which are two tours that go around, charity tours around North Dakota. So yeah, if you aren't doing anything in Devil's Lake area in North Dakota and you want to go to a big event, it's going to be a good one. I used to stream for both of those guys before I moved to Texas.
Cool.
Really fun. Really great group of guys.
1 raised to 19,000.
Shane on the button with an ace and a deuce. Makes it 19,000.
Ran into a hand.
Johnny shoves with 2 9s.
1-fold.
Man, Every time Shane tries to make a move, he gets his hand slapped by a better hand. That's frustrating. Johnny picks up the pot. Here we go.
Okay. So just if there's a bet, count out the bet for him, but all the holds and calls, he's got that. Okay.
But that was 15 minutes ago when I told Butcher our new procedure and policy. We're not going to worry about it.
Yeah.
Shane has a nice hoodie. Hey, do you have a nice hoodie like that, Frosty?
Yeah, because you run you stream your own home.
And they used to like commentate and run action apps.
The Asian sensation is, it's not who you're thinking, Keith. He's a guy from Houston who, his name is Eddie Batinga. He's normally in the commentary booth, but he was deep in the tournament, and so I filled his seat with another player.
Rob's all in with a button shove with a king 6 offsuit. Can he get through?
Come in. I hope it's sassy with coffee. No, can I get a black coffee, please? Thank you. Nope. Sassy must not have been listening when I asked her in the chat.
Literally said, I can't drink.
Well, no.
She said she was out there getting ready to get her chat fingers on.
All right.
We did get a call.
That is a loose call.
Mm-hmm.
And Laura has the best hand with flopping a 9. And Rob, unfortunately, fastest dealer in West Texas, is going to be eliminated in 9th place.
7 is a dagger.
I was ready to let him have it. I thought he was going to win. I called because I had more chips.
Sassy says, "Oh, sorry, I didn't hear the coffee." I mean, I'm pretty disappointed in you, Sassy. What am I paying you for anyway?
Well, she got paid today, so she ran it up.
I heard she's a crusher.
She ran it up today. She flopped quads and got all the chips.
Can you hand me my jeans right there?
What do you need?
My jeans. They're folded up on the floor. I changed in here, and my cash is in there.
Actually, it's funny.
I need to grab some tip money for our lovely waitress.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate it.
Yep.
My friend Eddie is, both of those guys are my friends, but Eddie was alone the last time I was on the stream, and I did great. I was playing bad music.
We're good. I'll just drop him over here.
Screwed up his hand every way you could possibly screw it up. And he didn't say a word on the stream. Not a word. I finally texted him. I said, "You can say Dory just screwed up really bad. She's my friend and she knows it." That's right, I did.
Dory's, for those of you who did not catch that story.
He was just like,
Dory-
He talks all the time. You know what he's saying? And the stop, the quiet was bad.
It's all right. No, last time I played the first time I played the Crazy Pineapple, I made the final table. I ended up cashing it. I got set over setted, and like 2 minutes later, I had and it was like a raise.
So I'm going to turn this down a little bit. Dory was talking about the last time she was on the stream. Eddie and Dory are really good friends. And she messed up a hand. She said, "I just messed up a hand every which way." And Eddie just went, And she goes, "No, you can tell him I messed up that hand. I messed up that hand. You think I didn't know I messed up that hand?" All right, back to the action. Brady raises 16,000. Early position. He's got quite the chip stack now. He's got 328,000. He was a short stack a little bit ago, but bluffing Rob off of that ace king.
Oh yeah,
really
that
him.
really helped him. And he's been pretty much healthy since.
Today, Keith, it's a $300 buy-in tournament. We had 49 entries, paying out the top 5. I'll show you this right here. There's the payouts right there. I was going to pull it up, but the picture-in-picture came up. So we have 8 left out of 49. And first place is going to be $4,532. The next 3 out get 0.
Battle.
That's such a crazy
Battle.
It's like,
He just saw the straight, he was
like when you have,
tired.
Thank you.
you have king
There you go, sir.
whatever, and then the flop turns into an ace. It's like, do I throw away one of my kings now? And
Yeah, right. That's a weird,
it's such a crazy
it's a
spot.
crazy
Another one where somebody had kings and then like king seven suited or something
Yeah.
like that, and then the flop came ace high. And he let go one of
That
the
was what I was
kings. Yeah, oh, yeah.
that hand. And he
You
folded
would
the
have
king
doubled up.
because he thought the guy had
Right.
ace.
He's going for the flop.
All right.
I was like, oh, that's
yeah, it's just crazy that it was the final hand. I was like, oh my gosh, what a
So Eddie says,
didn't see how it reacted.
Brian's doing great in the commentary booth. Let Eddie, or let Craig commentate, and he wants me to run Action Tracker. So I will, when we get down closer to the money, I'll trade places with him.
I'm just like, can we do something?
And fun, and then you can sit back here with Craig.
Cool.
It's a good time.
But we're never gonna be
Joseph with pocket 4s in the small blind. Makes it 47,000 all in. Folds around, picks up the blinds, and Annie.
yeah. Well, they said retirement.
Let's check out these chip counts after this clock goes away. Level 12, 3,000, 6,000 with a 6,000 big blind Annie. Now you can see Brady up there, 60 big blinds. Down at the bottom we have Joseph with 9 big blinds. He's in the danger zone. Shane and Laura both with 18. Zach with 22. Dory 29. Johnny 33. Gil 55. Anybody's game.
I'm just real ready not to have
I'm really amazed that we've been streaming for over an hour and we've lost one person.
Well, it will, because
You lost one player.
Yeah, we've only lost one player in 1 hour and 5 minutes of the stream.
They're playing good.
yeah, we need
Right, they're so deep. The thing is, they got to the final table so fast that the blinds haven't caught up with their chip stacks yet.
Yeah.
Normally, they wouldn't get here till like we normally are getting to the final table right about now. So the average stack is, 183,000 right now at the 5, 10, 10 level. So the average stack would be 18. Well, we got here 3 levels ago, so the average stack was much higher. Johnny locks it up with a queen on the turn. They're just checking it down. Very passive play. Brady wants no part of this. Once
Brady tried to make a small bluff here.
he tried to, Johnny snapped it off. You have to hit exclamation point accept or exclamation point deny. Eddie's asking how to accept a duel. You eating some Taco Bell without me?
If I hit this Mega Millions in the next week or two,
then you can retire with us.
I can retire with it.
All right.
Mighty and I are going to have a late dinner. We had a late dinner last night. Where are you going?
I think there's this place called 54th Street that we've been going to quite often. I want to say it's relatively close to where we're staying.
All right.
But they got pretty good food, and I know she's leaving tomorrow. So
How late are they open till?
I think they're open till midnight.
Okay. Well, at this rate, we might not be out of here by midnight.
Well, that is true. And I don't have my. I mean, I know I'm gonna eat somewhere.
Somebody just did. Yeah. Oh, I did not.
Raise 15,000.
It's like 2 billion. Really? Yeah. That's crazy.
Dory picks up ace king in the big blind after a button raise.
I wish. Shit. I'd have been in Vegas right now if that was kids.
Raise
Oh no!
2,000.
Oh no! Brady took the wrong time to try to make a move. It looks like.
Players all in. See me in every big poker tournament there is.
42,000. Dory's all in for 171. It's just going to go fold. She's going to pick up 57,000 chips to her stack. That's a beautiful thing for Dory.
Yeah.
8 players left. 5 get paid. 4,500 up top. Average stack 183,000. Dory 234,000. Nearly 40 big blinds. Joseph, they're in the 6th seat, pulling up the caboose.
Yep. Hanging in.
Lego has lost all of his points. He's back to 0. This is rigged.
He's been working from home, so he has to mail his computer and stuff in. Yeah, we're retiring, so he has to mail it in. His phone and all that stuff. I'm like, okay, that's crazy. I go back in the office for that. Whatever.
Gil picking up suited King Jack. Looks like min click. Brady calls button with Queen 10. Shane defends with Ace Jack in the big blind. See a flop. Good flop for Shane.
You do the books. When the books are done, you're in. Some days are longer than
18,000. All in.
I'm actually surprised that Gil did not fire that flop. He's gonna.
Oh, that's. There's no situation where he gets rid of it, right? 92 is a lot.
I know, it's just so
Wow, Brady's open-ended. This is tough. Gil's got top pair, second kicker. Losing to Shane. He needs exactly a king. Brady's open-ended. I think. Oh, wow, what a tough one. Actually, Gil needs king, king. Or, yeah, king, king, or jack, king to win. Because if he hits just a king, Brady has a straight.
What a flop.
What an action.
I didn't even realize that Brady flopped open-ended too.
Yeah, that's a monstrous one. There's 247 in the pot. He has to call 74.
Calls.
Yeah, you have to. There's so much out there after he just bet. Now I expect Gil and Brady to check it down. If Gil hits a king,
Guys, we have one player all in.
he's excited. He thinks he's excited, but he's drawing to a boat against Brady.
And Gil's in a weird spot where he's going to want to bet for protection if he thinks he has the best hand.
I think it just goes check, check
Yeah.
at this point. You know, we're going to gang up and take Shane out.
Yeah.
5-5.
And Shane makes a big.
Yeah.
Show me a winner. Everybody has to table their cards.
Everybody has to table their cards with an all-in.
Table your cards, guys.
Good job, Micah. TDA rule, when there's a player all-in, all players must show their cards.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought somebody voted that was like 5 hits.
Thought this was only rule if everybody was all in.
Nope. If they check it down, if there's not a bet.
Yeah.
Now, at the end, let's say Gil bets, obviously Brady can fold
and then
and
doesn't
not
have to
show his cards.
It makes sense.
Yep. But as soon as it goes check, check, you have to, and that's to prevent collusion.
Right.
Like Shane shows his best hand, and let's say somebody else had something that beat him, but they didn't want to bust him, so they didn't show. It's very, very rare that it might ever happen, but just in case it could happen, there's a rule against it. All right, Tiny, if you like the stream and you're a subscriber, you get on my list, and I can give you chips. So I'm going to go down here and see if I can
Laura
find you.
folds the fours in early position.
Pocket fours, I like it.
Yeah.
With this, you're
Raised.
Tiny
4,000.
poker.
Players all in.
Eddie, you've already got 1,000 points. So we got Gil raising to 12K, Joseph shoving all in with 59. Now these guys are best friends.
Yeah.
They're moving back to California on Monday, and they're just like, okay, well, let's shop it then. And they both learned how to shoot yesterday.
Yeah.
That was
They're going back to California, you said tomorrow?
Monday.
Monday.
Because I invited them to go shoot shotguns. We shot
Oh, that's right.
pistols and rifles Friday, and I said, hey, next Wednesday let's go shoot shotguns, and they said we're going back home. Oh, Joseph hits a jack. I think everybody's going to be okay with that outcome. You know, Gil's still got. Oh, okay. I thought that hit Gil. Never mind. Now Gil does. He needs to hit a queen or a 10. Doesn't do it. Joseph with the double. He's up to 133K. Gil still has 171. He's more. Let's look at these chip stacks. I did tell him. Whoops! I keep doing it as soon as we get the picture-in-picture. There we go. All right, I did tell them when they told me they were going back to California, I said, now these firearms are known to cause cancer in California.
I heard that. That's awesome.
Because every time you go buy something, this is known to cause cancer in California. Like nowhere else. For those of you just tuning in, 49 players, $300 buy-in. We are down to the final 8, paying out the top 5. Super fun. We're on hand 32. The blinds are going up. 4,000, 8,000 with an 8,000 big blind. Annie, next hand. Gil wakes up with Jack after losing a big stack to his best friend Joseph. Oh, we did have a guy with pocket Gretzky's, and Rob, the fastest dealer in West Texas, lost with walking sticks. He walked out the door with them.
3 players.
So Gil makes it 12K with pocket jacks, folds around to Johnny in the small blind with ace 8. He limps in. Laura's now priced in with ace 4. They both check it to Gil, who's in position on a tray board. He's got a boat, can only lose to an ace.
Bet 15,000.
Or a tray. I've seen that before. Sickest bad beat I've seen. Johnny does call. He needs exactly an ace because the tray has been folded and 2 aces have been folded. He's got 1 out. Oh, he's obviously drawing dead now. Gil has the big boat. I want to see a check back. Or there's 72 in there. Does he bet for value since like small bet? 20K? 10K?
Bet 26,000.
26. Johnny's got 188 with an ace. He might think he's good. He lets it go. He lets it go.
He's just trying to keep him honest.
Yeah.
And he said, nope, you're honest.
Yep, that first time. I would have sized down a little bit just to keep him in there. But he's a wizard and I'm not. So I'm not ever questioning what he does.
I know. Where's my X-ray vision?
Yeah, somebody folded a tray and he's like, oh man, flopping quads.
People say, what would be your superpower? I'm like, just to see 5 minutes into the future.
Yeah.
That would be a superpower.
I think there's a movie about that.
There is.
Oh, I think it's got Nicolas Cage in it.
Well, they just said
They just said it, right? Yeah. No, it's pretty old. I remember it a while ago.
that's awesome.
Like the remote or something. They could like.
Yeah, there's one that was Adam Sandler like Click. That was
Yeah.
Oh, what he has the remote control and he can go forward and back in time.
That's awesome. Brady with the ace 10 suited in early position.
Once you figured him out, you could just
Did he just call?
He, it says call, and it's a call.
Yeah, it is a call.
It is
Okay.
a call. I like that call. It disguises his hand strength, and ace 10 is not super strong, but they're not going to put him on that strong of a hand just limping.
Yeah.
I personally raised with it, but he's in early position. I don't hate it.
Maybe to kind of set a trap to a short stack shove.
Right. 7 queen 9. Gil flops the best of it. Brady and John. I was going to say they have a straight draw. But Johnny has the straight draw with needing the jack. Brady does not have a straight draw. He's got some backdoor flush, backdoor straight. He's just going to lead out for 16,000. Now Craig hasn't typed the action in yet.
Mm-hmm. It looked like it went check, bet, call, call. Check, check, check.
Yeah, we're...
Greg, are we going to get a deck change? $40,000.
Huh? Oh, I do see.
So the chip stacks are going to be off because to catch up, he just went check, check, check instead of the bet, call, call.
Yes.
So the chip stack is going to be off. Look at me. Hold on. I need cameras. This guy, Eddie. So your microphone is live. Look at this guy. Ooh, yeah. He brought his. Is that called a kimono?
I think so.
Yeah.
All right. You got to talk
Looking
here.
sharp.
Are you TD tonight?
I'm TDing for the. I'm here.
All right. Awesome.
I'm a little
Awesome.
late. I got.
We're good. It's 10 o'clock. How many players we got out there?
I don't know. I just got.
All right. Go to work. Get to work.
Right on. That's cool.
So,
Yeah, that's the third deck.
what's going on is one of these players is bending the cards too much and breaking it.
Yeah.
So that's why Craig popped in here and grabbed another deck. So if we can identify who that is and go punch him in the throat. Just kidding.
No, I mean, I think I heard the other day it was $200 a deck. Is that right?
It's $150, but we have to ship them in from Australia, and then it has to sit in customs. It's a pain in the. It's not fun. We don't love that.
Yeah, and they're thick, so you really have to pull them hard.
Well, and and since it's specifically happening right now, it normally happens in like a 1-2 game or a low buy-in tournament. This is a bigger tournament, so I know it's not Dory because she's been here before. Laura's been here before. It's not Gil or Joey. It's not Shane. So I mean, I'm just kind of narrowing it down. Who could be rough on it? Could be Zach or Brady or Johnny. Are the three guys who I would suspect because they haven't been here before. They're not used to it. It kind of looks, you see how Johnny is actually, he turns the deck sideways? Well, you know what? Brady's doing the exact same thing. Instead of looking at it vertically top to bottom, they turn the cards sideways and are bending them.
Right.
And that might be
that
more
could be
rough.
where it's at.
Where it might, and I don't know this.
Yeah. Do we know kind of where the sensor is in the card?
It's surrounding the whole thing.
Surrounding the whole thing.
Yep.
Oh, that's why also when it lands, you kind of just let it sit.
Yep, just let it sit.
You don't have to like rock it or shake it or move it around. You just kind of let it sit and then it catches it.
Joseph says, "Give me a walk."
I had to earn that one, though.
Gil, I promise Gil's gonna raise. How much to it? All right, the blinds are 4 and 8. He's gonna make it. I want to see him make it 14. 25. He makes it bigger. But in the small blind, you want to make it bigger because you don't want to have to play the whole hand out of position. When you're on the button, you can make it smaller because you don't mind playing out of position. But when you're in early position, specifically this blind versus blind, you really want to make it bigger because the big blind has position on you the whole tournament. I mean, the whole rest of the hand.
I rescued a dog.
I know where you live, pal.
That was running in our townhouse, and I did everything I could to
Not even like the number I
find
call.
his home. He was
Eddie Bat in the chat saying Min is the best poker
standard food.
tournament director in Garland.
So he
He is the only tournament director in Garland.
Did everything we could, ended up keeping him. His name's Banjo. He's 60 pounds.
What kind of dog you say it was?
Standard poodle.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
I mean, and we had a poodle before, and we were thinking of a poodle when we come back from, we settled down after we traveled for retirement, because I mean, we were retired and we were going to travel around. So we were going to get a little one. I had no plans on getting a big one.
So if he folds.
Yeah.
But he ends up being just a great dog.
So who in the chat, if we ask Eddie Bat nicely enough to finish up his tacos and potato olays to come back and join us in the commentary booth, who wants to see that? The poker room is packed, Sassy says. I love that.
Awesome.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah, as I was walking over here, I was looking at a couple of the 1-2s, and there was a lot of chips on the 1-2s, and I was like, dang.
Let's go.
Yeah.
I'm going to...
950.
Funky Punts in the chat says, you got this, Gil Jack.
Answer my phone on my wrist.
Laura with the ace queen in the hijack. I want to see her make it 18. Blinds are up to 4,000, 8,000. She rounded up to 20. Oh, she's going to hit a real hand with Joseph in the cutoff, suited ace, and then, excuse me, Gil, and then Joseph in
I would think Gil, well,
just a flat. And now that's an all-in with Joseph. He's got 13 big blinds and a pair. I think that's a rip. Eddie, dig out your solver and tell me what that. Oh, and Brady right behind him with 2 7s, snap folds.
my guess is Joseph's thinking that Laura is short
tighter.
and has been playing tight.
Let's
and
look at this
so-
really quickly.
And then Gil may recognize that as well, and so he's thinking, yeah, man, I don't want to get stuck into that spot.
VPIP is voluntarily putting money in pre-flop, and you see there, Laura was at 14% out of 36 hands. So she's only played about, what's the math on that, 6 hands? 5 hands?
It looks like she made a very committing raise size.
Wow, and Gil
Hits.
flops the flush draw.
And top pair. Top pair, top kicker, and a flush draw.
I
Is that
didn't
what
even
it
see
says
the
over
top
here?
pair.
Yeah, I think
He's
so.
got everything. I just saw the flush draw. He's got top with the nut draw. It checks to him. He's going to go for some value. I don't even hate a
Like
raise
22,000, is that right?
27. Extra pink chip hiding in there. Pocket sevens isn't
Seven's
afraid of
gonna
this
be-
flop, but he is way behind. He needs a 7 that's not a diamond. He's got 1 out, 2 tries to hit it. 7 of diamonds is going to be... All right, now he's drawing dead. Now I want to see check. Check back. Check back. You don't want to make it fold. Check back. Let him bluff the river. Act like you're afraid of the diamonds. 126 in the pot. Gil is not going to check back. He's going to go for value. He's hoping Brady has a hand he can call with, but I don't think Brady can. Ooh, he doesn't want to fold 2 7s here, though. Good bet. Good bet. Let's see if Brady can get away from it. I forgot the 8 would give Brady a straight. So he has a pair and a gut
you're right.
shot straight draw that will do him no good. He does not want to see a 7 or an 8 right now.
Oh, and it's the 7. Then
It's a 7.
Been crazy.
Brady's broke.
I mean, it does make a one-liner though, right, for the 8, so it might keep him from,
well,
not
the
putting all
flush
his
is
money
the flush
in.
is out there. The straight is out there. If Brady thinks Gil has an 8 or 2 diamonds, he might get away from it, but I don't think so.
It's a big pot, too.
There's 196 in the pot. Gil has 134. Now, when he bets, like let's say he bets 75, 80, 100, half pot or less, do you raise if you're Brady, or do you just call? You can never fold. Oh, all in. Now,
All in.
that's going to be tough now. That looks so fishy. Good job, Brady. If I'm Brady, I can't. And if Joe was in it, he'd have a straight right now with his pocket eights.
Yeah. Years of practice times.
Oh boy.
Oh, and he calls.
He does call the nuts. The nuts. Well played, Gil.
Big double up.
Maximum. He sets up those bets to make a good pot to stack ratio so he can shove everything in. Is it SPR, stack pot ratio?
Stacked pot ratio, yes
Stack
it
to
is.
pot ratio. I'm going to hit that F5 button so we can fix that. Wow. All right. Let's check out the stack size now. My man Gil leading the pack with 464. He's got nearly 500,000 chips in play. Right behind him is our floor manager, Shane, with 318. Dory, always a favorite. And now it says Dory instead of Dora. 231,000. Johnny, Zach, Joseph, 140, 118, 109. Laura and Brady, 70 and 34. I didn't think Brady would ever be able to fold that. That was a rough one for him. Hitting that third 7.
Yeah.
That's just tough. You know, if you don't put Gil on 2 diamonds and you don't put Gil on an 8, you just have to pay him.
Yeah, and if you think he's just going for it. He'll probably just step on the gas pedal, but doesn't need to because he's actually got a good hand.
Yeah. Laura said I should have shoved pre-flop with
The
my
ace
10
queen.
big blinds with ace queen. She would have lost because
The
if,
eights.
if ace 9 doesn't call you, 8-8 calls
8-8
you.
calls
If
you.
8-8 doesn't call you, 7-7 calls you. So you were
Yeah.
4th place in those 4 hands.
Yeah.
We had the flush, the
Yeah, you
straight,
would have
and
been
trip
destined.
7s.
Yeah, I think you're right there. I think she would have been destined to be
One of
knocked out
those
in that
3
spot
people
if
calls
she
her.
shoved. Yeah, and I don't think her play to shove there would
No,
be
that's
wrong
not
either
wrong.
at all.
Not wrong at all.
I think
I
it's
would've-
actually would have been
yeah.
a fine play. I think she just would have
Yeah.
she would have just actually ran into hands.
Brady's all in with his last 3 big blinds. He's going to run
Call for
into Gil. He's going to give the rest of his chips to Gil unless he can find a 2. There's only 1 left. The diamond and the club have been folded. We got the
Run of
deuce
hearts.
of spades. Backdoor flush, backdoor hearts. A 4 of hearts. 3 or 4 hearts would be a fun turn card.
Bring us a sweat, dealer.
3 of hearts.
It's not likely at this point.
Didn't do it. Now it needs exactly a 2.
The deuce loose. The deuce is not loose.
Eddie Bat says I was joking with Gil when we took him to the gun range with Joey that I'm old enough to be his dad. He is younger than 2 of my kids. But
Gil was telling me that I was messing around with Gil when he told me he was 18, and I was like, "Well, how'd you learn how to play poker?" He said that he played with his his
family,
brothers and his
yeah.
uncles and family.
yeah,
And I'm like,
he's just a wizard.
"You're already this good, and you've just been hanging out, kicking it with mom
Kitchen
and dad,
table.
playing games,
Kitchen table poker.
working hard." I checked out some of his. He's got a lot of shorts in his vlog.
Yeah.
Like little single individual hands that are like 1 minute. And pretty good.
I could be his grandpa. I'm 50. He's 18. I had a child when I was 20. If my that would put him at 30. No, couldn't be his grandpa. Close though, close. I mean, if I went 18, I could. I would definitely claim Gil as my grandson. Shoots like a beast, plays poker like a beast. Let's go. So technically, if I had a child when I was 15 and my child had a child when they were 15, Gil could be my grandson at 18. So it's possible. I'm telling you, there's a chance. I am old enough to play the seniors events. Man, I need to drink more coffee to play with those guys.
Did the other tournament start already?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it did.
10 o'clock, 14 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Which is right now. 14 minutes ago was when he walked in here to play with us.
Oh, gotcha.
It's fun to see the time travel. Like 15 minutes ago, we're watching him walk in here and talk to us.
Trying to get through with the Jack 8.
Johnny's going to ship it in with the Queen 8. Zach folds. I like Johnny's instinct on the table, where he just knew. Eddie, that sounds like a great idea. If you don't mind commentating, I would love to go play a tournament. And these guys would much rather hear you in here than me in here. Talking about pre-flop ranges and flop favoring pre-flop callers. We still have 7 players in this tournament. And they are going to break in about 5 minutes.
Little min click here from Gil.
I love it. With Gil being such a dominant chip leader, I would like to see him just min click every hand.
Yeah, especially
until somebody plays
too.
back at him. Now
Yeah.
Johnny's going to play back at him, and it's an easy fold.
Mm-hmm.
And he just snap folds. Goes, yep, that's fine. And the next hand, I want to see Gil min click again. Well, next hand is going to be big blind. So we'll see what happens to him.
Yeah, but if he just keeps clicking like that, they
Yeah.
can't wake up with premiums. Just keep the pressure on.
Eddie, Eddie, Eddie.
Jim over in the corner, go tell him I told you to see him, and he'll know why.
Dory's giving out booze. Code words. Go tell Jim. Dory sent me. He'll know what it means. Joseph with a 7 deuce.
Shane didn't try to go for a min raise there with ace deuce. Think
Wow.
maybe Laura was going to shove.
Good
And
job.
Gil just has another hand that he just gets it.
He doesn't have to min raise. He just folds around to him in the big blind, and he has a pocket pair.
Running good.
We are at the 90-minute mark, and you know what that means. 100 points for all my viewers. Loyalty, add points, 100. Go get them, guys. Gamble, gamble. Look at Cup has 243,000 chips. Second place is Poker Monkey with almost 60,000. Behind him is Tammy with 36,000.
Wait, go back to that. So you have like what, an hours on the side of that?
Right
that
here? is how long we've been streaming.
Right, but it showed the hours next to their names individually.
That's how long they've been watching the stream.
Today? Or all streams all the time?
It might be all streams. Let's go look and see. So, hours, 16 hours, so that must be all streams. And I don't know when that resets. We've only had loyalty points for like a week, so that's how many hours they've been watching this week.
Oh, gotcha.
So, Tammy, Captain, Underpair, Poker Monkey,
And that's
up at the
basically
top.
live hours probably too.
I believe that's live hours because, yeah, it's 100% live hours because Streamlabs is turned off when I turn off the computer and doesn't track it anymore. You win, Tammy. Stalker Award goes to Tammy watching the stream for 16 hours.
Yeah.
Finished Taco Bell, going to eat some fruit snacks he brought over and heading back. Are you home? You don't have to come in if you're home, Eddie. I thought you were just like right next door at Taco Bell and you were going to come back. Don't drive 20 miles. I mean, they might chop this up in the next half hour before you get here. I would not drive in if I were you unless you want to fire at that Insomniac. Here, 15 minutes ago when Sassy said the room is packed,
Yeah.
I turned on the camera so that we could see the outside room.
Nice.
Hashtag stalker.
Raise 30,000.
Johnny's got a big hand.
Yeah, after he picked up those blinds and antes a couple of times shoving, he's up to 20 big blinds. Makes it 30K at the 4-8-8 level. It's going to fold around. He's going to pick up more blinds and antes. Just keep getting
Nice.
bigger and better.
Keep applying pressure.
Down to 7 players with 5 minutes left
Keep
on the
applying
level.
pressure. Watch out for Gil.
Sounds like good advice. Gil has twice what Shane has. Like exactly twice. 298 and 596. So he has double what Shane has with 5 minutes left before break. Seven players left. The top 5 get paid. Johnny with pocket 2s. He's going to make it 30 again. Why wouldn't he? Oh, or
this
fold.
Gets out of the way.
I guess he could fold too.
This might be it.
Raise all in.
Yep.
Can she
8
get
big
through?
blinds. That's
Yeah.
an easy. That's a good shove. In the hijack. Zachary might just call
He
with
might be in
king
there with
queen.
his
He's only got 10 big blinds, so that's a reshove.
This is
and
short stack.
They're
versus
off to the
short-
races.
This is
yeah.
short for the first versus second shortest. I think.
And they're on the double bubble. So the ICM implications are you get $0 or you can last long enough to make it 2 more pay jumps and you get $1,300. Hayden and I are watching Dory. LFG. I think that means let Friday go.
Let Friday go. I like that.
Don't hold on to Friday, guys. Just let Friday go. See, that's
or
like
or let's flopping go.
the even the calendar. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. After Tuesday says WTF. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. 3 minutes left at this level. We are taking a 10-minute break. We have 7 players left at this final table. Zachary, Joseph, and Laura down at 10 and 11 big blinds. Dory and Johnny in the middle with 20 and 26. Shane with a nice second place at 37. And Gil way out front at 74. Change the skin on break. I can change the skin right now. Yeah.
Gil with deuces from the hijack. Should see another min click.
Raise
Alright.
16,000.
And gets through.
That's how you play deuces. So we're using keep it simple skinny. I'm going to change it back to Jenga, which is my favorite.
What is that exactly?
That's a skin. The way we see the cards
Oh, I see what you're saying. So like the graphics.
Yeah, exactly. So this thing is going to just pause for just a second because of all the resources we're using. And now we're back, and we're going to have a new skin when we come back from break. Because when you're watching it during a tournament, I put in the chip amount, stack size, along with how many big blinds that converts to. And when we're watching on a 50-inch screen, it's easy to see. When you're watching on your iPad, it's not as easy to see. Now look at this new one. See how big that is?
Oh, yeah.
Much easier for the players at home to follow along with how many big blinds they have. So thank you, Eddie Bat, for suggesting that. Anybody in the chat, if you see me forget that, just tell me. And I will fix it for you. Shane on the small blind makes a call. Possibly another broken card because we don't see what he has. And Johnny, bottom pair, he's going to bet. Shane's going to fold. We're off to the next hand. Just like that. And we are on deck number 3.
In just one stream.
In this 90-minute stream. So it's rough. We need to tell those players to be gentle.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you get so used to the way that these other cards peel, and you get so
And the thing is,
aggressive.
they're not being malicious and intentional.
Yeah.
They just don't know, and you don't know what you don't know. So it's just they're in the habit, and they don't care about my TV show. They want to play poker.
Yeah.
So. They are on a 10-minute break out there now.
Yeah, Joseph said he had to. Thank God I got to pee.
Raise 20,000.
Laura with the ace king, she's gonna pump it all in. Ace 5 is gonna fold. Jack 9 is gonna fold. We're on break.
So what happens when you're on break for them?
So
Does
we're
you
on
have to
break.
Keep the 15 delay, or do you just go?
No, we're
in
on
advance?
15-minute delay. So now they're back and playing, and they have a 10-minute break. So I'm gonna turn off their audio so you can't hear them anymore. We can take our own little 10-minute break, and go get a coffee, go wash your hands, have a cigarette, whatever you want. We'll come back. The players at home are just going to watch this. What I can do, I can turn on the instant replay for them to watch. And this time, I'm turning off us, and I'm going to turn on the replay
with the
video.
Queen Jack
suited. Mighty Hammer calls with Ace 4 suited. Actions on Jay in the small blind. Raises it to $160 with a king queen. Woodley folds. Jack folds. Actions back to Tricky Fish with the queen jack of spades. $235 in the pot. $130 to call. He makes the call. Mighty Hammer in the 5 seed calls. He goes all in. Ships it with Ace 4 suited for nearly $1,000. King Queen folds. Queen Jack folds. Mighty Hammer shows his ace and a fake. Let's go. Knock raises it to 65. Already sitting down in the stand-up game.
Yep.
Folds around to Mighty
So you know he's
Hammer.
pretty strong. Now, with that being said, Mighty Hammer hasn't played too many hands this evening. Pretty cold deck. So for him to 3-bet, especially knowing that these action players are, he's still going to be pretty strong. It's not like it's Jay or Woodley making this move, or even Tricky Fish. Obviously going to call with pocket tens here.
How incentivized are you to bluff or whatever you need to do to win a pot to sit down early?
I actually don't know. Oh, wow. Sneaky can check it back here. Has the king of clubs too blocking the nut flush draw. I like the check back here. Little check. 9 of diamonds.
Still a good board for knock if if his opponent missed the ace.
He could have a hand like
Yeah.
jacks through kings.
C bet for 150.
Yeah. I want to see if knock's going to peel one. Yeah.
My spidey senses are tingling right now if I'm knock.
Right. Makes a call here. A $900 pot. Send up an SPR of about 1-1. I don't think he needs to shove here.
He really doesn't. He's got top pair, top kicker, but he's only got one pair. He does make a big bet.
No, it looks like 400.
3 1/4.
Yeah, really small bet. Very value size. Knows that's a board that doesn't run out well for Knock unless he has a set. Knock's not going to have too many 2-pair combos here. Lots of draws miss. Again, Mighty Hammer, Brian having the king of clubs, blocking the nut flush draw.
Yeah, he's value betting the whole way.
Definitely a value size bet on the river. Well played hand by Mighty Hammer. Knock's never ever going to come back for a raise here, right? Just not going to happen. Reconstructing the hand. Again, made the comment that Mighty Hammer hasn't played too many hands.
So, do you hear what they're saying?
No, actually not.
Woodley wants to take a quarter from everybody to make the call so that Mighty Hammer doesn't win and stays standing. He's like, let's all pitch in 25 and make the call for knock. Position.
All factor into how you play hands, right? Sizings.
Yeah. It's a lot of variables.
Yeah,
what we're saying.
Sizings, lines you take, need to be conscious of all those things. And that's why this is such a tough game to play, because the variables change from table to table, day to day, position to position, board texture to board texture.
I want to see Mighty Hammer bet this one. He's got the best hand with jack high, but he also has a flush draw.
What are they going to call, dude?
You see, that's why it's so hard for Pura Vida to try to bluff that river, because Woodley's calling with 8 high.
Yeah.
Just to set up this bluff.
Does he not know what he has?
No, he said, I have 8 high. He played that game blind.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I didn't, obviously. He should have bet that river. Wow. So many times he would have accidentally won that hand with better than jack high.
Right.
Wow. VPIP is voluntarily putting money in pre-flop.
Yeah. So when there's straddles, just for the record,
that doesn't count.
It counts as a third, fourth, fifth blind, depending how many quote-unquote straddles there is. So anything out. So basically, he's calling every 3 out of 4 hands.
Right.
Shrek 43%, Tricky Fish 30%, Rick in the mid-20s along with Jack,
which is standard.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mighty Hammer 17.
Low
knock.
mid-20s is.
Yeah. Depending on the game.
Depending on the game,
Pura
correct.
Vida's a little low.
Yeah.
Woodley is really high. Shrek is a little high.
Yeah. So.
What a great game.
Then after the end of the stream, I like to go through all these stats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mighty Hammer with the Wayne Gretzky.
Yeah.
Pocket nines.
Gonna make it 30. Oh, gonna get 3-bet by Woodley in the cutoff with 8s. This is a.
What a way to end the stream.
I'm surprised that actually Woodley's gonna raise there, especially against.
This is gonna be good.
I think you have to peel one. Yep, I agree.
I hate it. Yeah, ace, queen, 10. This is a horrible board for Mighty Hammer. But against Woodley, it might be fine.
Yeah. Gonna go check, check.
No, it's going to go check bet.
Oh, no, he's
Woodley's going to fire at it. There's 400 in the pot. He's going to bet big. 200.
275.
275. Oh, he's just going to peel it off. He's like, I paid less than that for dinner for 10 guys today.
Yeah, that's true.
I told you it was one bet knock. Oh, no, it worked. Woodley is my hero.
Yeah.
Show him the 8s. Well, it doesn't matter. Sorry, I forgot to turn on the mixer. Thankfully, Tammy's in the chat. So I said, we're back. What do you think about that? So, you guys like that? Splicing together a little 7-minute video clip for you to watch while we're on break? You know, I think that's fun.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
So, apologies, I forgot to hit the mixer. I turned off the mixer when we left so that you could hear the video, and when I came back in, I forgot to turn it back on. So that's my bad. And I gave everybody 150 points when we came back from break. We were at the 2-hour mark. Eric is terrible in the booth. Put Craig in. I know. All right, I'm going to get better. I'm going to get better right now. Ready? Zach with the Kojak, going all in for 80,000 chips. Guild with the 84. Speaking of 84 in the 84 Olympics, I think Bruce Jenner won a gold medal.
I was only 2.
In the 84 Olympics. That's fun. Gamble. Who's got points? All right, let's pull up these chip counts. While we were gone, blinds went up. We are at 5,000, 10,000 with a 10,000 big blind Danny. Gil way up at the top. He's got double the second place person. He's got 56 big blinds with 555,000 chips. Dory with pocket 8s. Early position, under the gun +1. She's got the snowman. It's going to fold around. She's in for 30,000 chips. Gil, ace 10. Joseph, ace 10. Best friends, roommates, both sharing. Gil has a better ace 10 because he has 2 flush draws.
Yeah.
Joe only has 1 flush draw. Small blind and big blind against Dory with pocket 8s. Gil just rips it with ace 10. He is losing an ace and a 10, so his outs are going down.
Oh, wow.
Oh, and then Joseph's all in also. Wow, they have a 15% chance of winning. 15 and 17 because of the flush draws. I told you he had a better hand with 2 flush draws. She does call with the 2 8s. If Gil can make a diamond or a club flush, he's going to eliminate 2 players. The aces and the 10s, there's not very many left in the deck, so I like Dory's chance of getting a triple up. Won't quite be a triple up because Joseph does not have her covered, but it'll be a 2.5-er up. Oh no. Dory's looking at the Laura's face. I'm just going to turn up the volume and see what happens here. So Micah made the main pot for Joseph and the side pot for Dory. Queen, queen, 5 looks good so far, so good. Oh, 9-9.
Oh, wow.
Dory gets counterfeited.
Dory gets counterfeited.
Oh.
That is actually really brutal. She was in really good shape, too, with like over 50% equity. Nines.
Nines. Oh, fan favorite Dory eliminated in 8th place.
Peace out, Dory.
She gets it in good against 2 players who had each other's covered, and they double pair the board to counterfeit her.
I feel like that was kind of collusion.
That was totally collusion. Those roommates
getting
chopping
it in.
up her money. Oh, that's unfortunate for all of the chat
ace-high
fans.
hold.
Oh. John Berryman up in the chat asking if it costs to get a card. It does not. We'll give you a card for free, John. $10 daily membership. What I would do, if you're going to be here more than 3 times in a month, buy the monthly membership. $30 for a month.
Also, like, you guys have a
$10 a
military
day.
veteran.
If you're a veteran,
Yeah.
we don't charge you.
Yeah.
It's $0 for veterans. Bring in your card. What is that? Iced coffee?
That's sassy.
A sassy.
Sass. She ran away.
No, she left.
She ran away.
All right. Laura with pocket jacks. She gets it all in with 13 big blinds, 130,000 chips. That's a call with any ace. And that chip stack. So Zach's folding an ace. Gil has 2 outs. Or he could get a whole bunch of 9s. He could get a straight. John Barry, bring in your card, and you get free membership, my friend.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for reminding me of that.
Yeah, that's why I got a free membership
Oh.
here. So that's why I know.
Yeah, Gil's got middle pair. Laura has top set. Gil is drawing dead. And just like that, I get funny. Sassy says I get funny looks. Sassy, be prepared to get one more funny look because I need a black coffee. We tried yelling at you when you left, but you were too quick. All right, let's check out these chip stacks. We got Laura, 285,000 chips with that double up. Shane, 250. Zachary down to 8 big blinds. He's only got 85,000. Joseph with 110,000. Johnny with 18 big blinds, 185,000 chips. Gil still massive chip leader. All he did is take the chips he took from Dory and gave them to Laura. Dory's going to be happy about that. Hoodie Monday. Yes, John. Come on in Monday. John, remind Eric or I for the hoodie. Yes, do that.
Raise $25,000.
$25,000 with AC Doocy. The kids game in the cutoff. Shane's going to make the call in the big blind. He's getting a discount with a suited ace. The dead man's hand, ace 8, which is not really the dead man's hand. Do you know what the dead man's hand actually is?
Jack 10.
No. It is ace 8, but it's not hearts. It's ace of spades, ace of clubs, 8 of spades, 8 of clubs. While Bill Hickok in Deadwood.
See, I'm curious to
1872.
wonder. I've heard a story that the ace 8 is not even the dead man's hand.
Really?
I heard this story. I could have swore it, but I heard it from Danny Negreanu on a episode of High Stakes Poker.
Okay.
Where he claimed that it was Jack 10. It was one of the earlier episodes of High Stakes Poker, and I'm curious to wonder for sure if that's true or not. I don't know, and I'm not sure, but I do remember seeing that on an episode of High Stakes Poker.
All right. That is very interesting. I would like to know what he means because universally,
I've always heard it as the ace-8 as well.
ace-8, aces and eights, 2 pair, and they weren't playing Hold'em. They were playing 5-card draw.
Right.
That's why the 5th card is in question. A lot of people in Deadwood, which is a town I love, say it's the Queen of Diamonds was the 5th card. Other people say other things. If you look it up, nobody can definitely tell you what it was, just because of, nobody knows. But it was all black aces and eights were the 4 cards that he kept in his hand as he discarded before he got shot by Jack McCall in the back of the head.
Yeah. Hey,
Thank you.
you're awesome. Thank you.
She is awesome. Now, your wife is a traveling nurse. How does that work? Like hospitals put out a call that they need, like a traveling dealer. I have a big event. I put out a call. I get a bunch of traveling dealers. Does she go around and just like when there's busy times where?
So there's agencies that manage them.
Okay.
And I guess the inside the agency there's recruiters. I'm learning as I go as well.
Okay.
And so I think each agency has different specifics of how they operate and what kind of specific job that she may get. But I guess there's crisis travel nursing.
Laura has double bow derrick, pocket tens in the big blind.
Nice.
Heads up.
6, 7, 8. Johnny makes it 30,000 to go, and Laura just calls. Now Johnny checks that flop. It's a great flop for Laura. She's got an overpair and a gut shot. Johnny has an over card and backdoor flush. I don't think he's calling anything unless he's going to get sticky. We've got Andrea in the background waiting to take drink orders when they were on break.
Oh, I thought he was thinking of going for it.
It would not have worked. When
Yeah.
they were on break, she went and cleaned up everything and threw away all the waters that were on the tables. Laura says, well, I want one. Sassy says, I work for multiple agencies that manage open positions for hospitals. My recruiter will look for specific job openings that match my skill set, and I will like to go, and where I would like to go for 13 weeks. Okay, so it's like a 13-week contract?
Yeah.
So like basically 3 months? All right. And then you just rent a apartment there for 3 months?
Well, actually, we have a travel trailer, and we're
Excellent.
starting to put it into to help her with her job.
Yeah.
We
I'm
first
living
got
out of
it
an
for
RV
our
right
business,
now. Yeah.
doing paintless dent repair, but
Zach's all in with the double bow derrick, pocket tens.
we haven't did as much travel with it for paintless dent repair because we became stationary in
Right.
Montana.
Gil
blow
calls
derricks
with an
in.
ace. It's only 80,000 total, 70 more to call. Gil was in the big blind. He still has 525 after making this call. Sassy and the Mighty Hammer are coming to stay in Dallas long term.
I think so. I think she could just probably get an assignment here 2 times a year.
Gil hits the ace because, of course, he does.
Yeah, because he's running hot.
Congratulations, you're all in the money.
Zachary says, congratulations.
You're all in the money.
You're in the money.
Still got a 10.
There is no 10. There is no joy in Mudville. Sometimes you get Airbnb, depending on the location. Wisconsin,
yeah.
wintertime, stayed in the Airbnb. All right.
Yeah, it was really cold.
So we are in the money now. Everybody guaranteed $1,348, quadrupling their buy-in. First place, $4,532. Let's take a look at this chip stack. Gil, 700,000 chips. Joseph down at the bottom And that's why he was folding those ace queens and those pocket fours and everything like that. He made the money. He squeaked his way up, like we said. 110,000. Johnny with 135. Shane 210. Laura 310. Gil more than double second place. I think. Let's add this up really quick. 31, 21, 13, 11. That's 76. He's got 70. The rest of the table combined has 76. That is a massive chip leader. This is his tournament to lose. We got Minnesota Mike, one of my dealers, coming in from the background. You know what that means? We are on
Peace
hour
out, Captain
2.
Underpairs, says he's leaving the chat.
He's got to go to bed. Funky Punk says Gil is a monster.
I've been known to do stupid things.
All of us have done stupid things. They got to do by being smart. I mean, that.
All right. Funky punts. Eddie just finished a fruit snacks. I went over to Kim and Hayden's today to talk about the live stream, and I brought. They've got a 2-year-old who is adorable, and I brought her a bag of fruit snacks and a bag of Funyuns and a package of chocolate donuts. I bribe kids for sure, but she didn't love the chocolate covered donuts. I should have went powdered sugar. I almost did. Johnny, ace queen suited, under the gun, 16 big blinds.
2 raise 40.
And called dibs.
This Johnny called dibs?
He did.
Oh.
He called dibs this morning.
When you said Johnny, I thought you meant Joey.
Yeah, he called dibs this morning. I jokingly said, hey, did you call dibs yet? He said, yes.
Love
dibs.
it. Love it. The donuts are on the breakfast bar.
The powdered ones are the best.
Can you open that door? I want to see if they moved Joey around to the 9 seat yet. Or is he still sitting in his seat? Never mind. Disregard. Spoiler. See, typically you see this 8-9 seat, it's still turned on, so it will randomly go to that table. I don't have anybody there. So when I'm running the action tracker, if somebody busts, I move them around so everybody gets their own camera.
I see.
So I was going to have you move Joey, spoiler, in the next 15 minutes. It could be this hand. It could be in 14 and a half minutes from now. Joey is no longer at the table.
6 fold. 1 fold.
Johnny with ace 10 in the big blind gets a walk. See, Mike was new, and
Just announce raises.
he's excited to learn about the new protocol we've instituted. It makes it much better for viewing in the chat. I actually didn't even realize that it was better until it was just he started announcing it, and I went, "Oh yeah, this is what we don't like." But when it's working, we're going, "Oh, it's so clear and crisp that I didn't even notice." But now it's quiet, and we're like, "Yes, this is why we do this." I love it. Gil and Joseph, Queen 10, Jack 9. Shane with pocket fours on the button. Gil makes it 25,000 to go.
Looks like
2.5.
he's going for it.
I would. He's got 18 big blinds. Gil's just pushing people around. Johnny's going to fold. Laura's going to fold pocket threes. Good fold. And Gil snap folds.
That's all you had to do. You just had to make it big enough.
There it is. And that's exactly what I was saying. If I'm Gil, I'm going to min click every hand until people start playing back at you because they don't want to bust.
Yeah.
You know, we're in the money now. You're guaranteed $1,300, but it's a 130 pay jump to fourth place, and then it's a $400, $500 pay jump to third place. You know, let's. I'm not trying to go bust. Let's look at these chip stacks. When I'm Shane, I don't want to go broke before Joseph or Johnny.
Yeah.
So Gil can just apply maximum pressure to everybody who does not want to have ICM implications. ICM is the independent chip model where if somebody's way behind you, your chips are worth more. And here we go. Here's a hand where Joseph is all in with King 7 under the gun. I love shoving under the gun because the next hand he has to pay that ante. Gil has an ace. He's going to call.
Like, what was it they just said?
This one's for you.
He doubled up with his hand the other night.
Okay, we're live.
Oh, make it interesting. Joseph needs a king or a 7.
And it can't be a heart.
Wow.
Gil's safe.
Gil running so good. And there we go.
Nice little victory. Another little victory to take back to California. You better bring it back.
I love it. I love it. All right. So Tammy in the chat says, Dead Man's Hand, back at the time when Hickok was killed, was known as Jack, 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 10, 10, when a judge that bet his house on the hand and lost fell over dead. I love that story. I need to do research on it, and that's probably what Daniel Underground was talking about.
I think so.
Where he said it was originally this. So I like that story. I love stupid trivia, and yeah, it's hard to lose with a full house, jacks over 10s, but 5-card draw, anything can happen. It's poker. Then he had a heart attack. Wow. Johnny under the gun with Queen 9 makes a call. Laura with an ace on the button, lets it go. Gil with a pocket pair. What's 44? What's a good name for 44?
Sailboats. That's what Sassy calls them, at least.
Sailboats. Gil's got the sailboats going all in. Is Johnny going to make a stand with Queen 9 suited? He is not. Good fold. Gil picks up.
Sassy calls 4s sailboats and 5s top hats.
Top hats. I'm adding that to my repertoire. I hope somebody gets pocket 5s tonight so I can say that. Top hats.
Sailboats.
All right. Gil, almost 800,000. The rest of the table combined has 675. That's ridiculous. Let's check out these payouts. Joseph, 5th place for 1,348.
You're nice hanging in there, Joseph.
Yeah.
Good run.
Tammy's a nerd.
Sassy does have all kinds of funny nicknames for hands.
8-3, double down hand, bet 20.
That's also the free beer hand at a bar game we play at in Montana.
Raise 25.
If you win with it, you get a free beer. The guys pay for you.
Ace-8?
Ace-8 offsuit, yeah.
Right.
Or Ace-8 in general, I think.
Ace-8 in general.
Yeah.
At Saloon number 10 in Deadwood, if you win with aces and 8s, that's the bad beat. Now, it's the 44 could be the Clint Eastwood. Smith & Wesson 44 Magnum. The most powerful handgun in the world, could blow your head clean off.
Yeah.
Lego doing some Wiktionary.
Could be the Clint Eastwood.
I think it's Wikipedia. Is it Wiktionary? Dead Man's Hand calls the JT one obsolete. Okay.
The 9-3 is the Sassy's hammer. That's all I know for sure.
9-3 Sassy's hammer. Why is that?
Because when I first started teaching her poker, the guys that I played a lot of poker with were giving her a hard time, pushing her around, kind of like trying to get her to play a little looser. And she raised with 9-3 and hit 9-3 on the flop and felted him.
That's a hammer. I love it. So Craig does move around the table, so we are using all the cameras again. Good job, Craig. 4 players left. Average chip stack, 367,000. We've actually got None of them. They're all below average except for Gil. They're all way below average. But that doesn't mean they're out. Johnny's got 15. He doubles up, triples up. He's right back in it.
Some people call 4s fake aces.
Fake aces. An ace 4 is ace and a fake.
Mm-hmm.
I learned that recently. And I like that one. Instead of ace and a face, it's ace and a fake.
Mm-hmm.
This is so fun. 2 hours into the stream. Shane with 21 big blinds makes a raise.
Raise 25.
I think Sassy calls pocket 3 seagulls, but I'm still partial to the crabs.
I like
like
crabs.
calling them crabs.
Gil again waking up with a pair. He's going to rip it right. All in. Make Shane fold because Shane's not going to try to race.
Oh,
Of course
yeah.
he is.
There he goes.
Good job. Oh. After this hand, which is over right now. So tomorrow, we are playing a 1-1 cash game. $1 small blind, $1 big blind, $200 maximum. It's designed for the players who are like home game players, bar league players, holiday, once or twice around the, holidays when they get together with their family, they play a little bit and they want to come play, but they feel a little bit maybe intimidated.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want to invest a large chunk of money, or they don't want to go up with $200 against everybody who's buying in for $500. So we're making a very small game, like a beginner's game. And I'm telling you, don't come out here and try to jump in this game if you play here all the time, because we're not going to let you. Eddie and I are going to host that game. We're not going to play our regular game. We're going to take it easy. We're going to be coaching and teaching.
Capping
as
the
we go.
buy-in too, like
$200 max buy-in.
Yeah, this is all right. This actually might be a really good game. I was talking with a player today. What's all in? Raise all in and call. What happened just here?
Wow. So
Gil shove small blind, big blind call. That must have been what happened.
Yep.
Right?
If we're betting, I'm taking Gil's side of this. Even though he's only got 8% equity, he's going to find a way to get there. He's not.
Yeah.
There's a chink in the armor.
He's mortal. No, I was talking to a player on the table today, actually, who was new here. He was figuring out his membership and figuring out his time and stuff. And then he was also mentioning something about, oh man, I'm new and I don't know how to play. And it's like, I've heard, because Sass was telling me about that was an idea. And it's like, I heard they were going to do this with a 1-1 game. And I think that's great. Mm-hmm. I think that also might, if we getting more players, getting people's feet wet in the game is awesome, and realizing that it's really not that intimidating.
No,
it's at the same time Texas plays big, but I mean
it does. It's the same. We all get 2 cards, and we're playing the same game that you play at home. We have a professional dealer to make it easy to help you out. So come on out and play. It'll be super fun. I have a feeling Eddie might just punt because he's not that good anyway.
Oh, and just punting the game for fun? Yeah. Well, good. We need to have punters in that game for sure.
We do have punters. He's gonna be the Woodley of the 1-1 game. Calling off with the Jack 4, which is called the. You know what the Jack 4 is?
Well, there's actually got a couple names. What's a Jack for, I think?
Changing tires.
Changing tires.
Wait, we got a hand here. Gil's got a gut shot, needs a 4 for a straight or an ace. He folds. Johnny gets it done with bottom pair. 1 o'clock, there's a tournament. So at 11 o'clock, from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m., we're going to be playing that 1-1 table. And it can go after that, but then the tournament starts. And if you came and played in that cash game, it's a great tournament to jump into. 30K starting stack, 15-minute levels, and $130 buy-in. So it's a great deep stack turbo for recreational players who don't want to sit there for 8 hours. Because, like, right now, these guys started at 3 o'clock. It's 11 o'clock. It's 8 hours of poker. Mm-hmm. We don't want to do that when we're a recreational player. We got stuff to do.
I also like the fast tournaments myself. I personally do.
I also do.
you get to the stage of shoving a lot, and I think that part of poker tournaments is really fun. It kind of feels like you're like jumping off a cliff into water.
I really like the shorthanded play. I think it's a lot of fun. Gil with 9-10
Such a pretty hand.
suited. I love it. 40% to a straight flush pre-flop. Laura has the clubs also. Puppy dog feet. She's going to let it go. I think we found out who's breaking those cards, Laura. She just aggressively folded. I'm just kidding. It wasn't her. I mean, it might have been. I don't know. But I was kidding about that. Gamble, gamble. Poker monkey. You can't just gamble all and hope you're going to catch up with Cup. It's not how it works. He did win, though. He's got 148. Did you? What's up? Hey, come on in. Hey, let's do some stuff here.
Yeah.
Here, put this on. And now, we have the advantage of having these crazy little headsets, so we don't have to worry about it. But you are going to have to speak right into that mic if you want them to hear you. Let me turn that up for you. So we got a hand going on right now, though. So let's give it a minute. 3 decks, Eddie. 3 decks tonight. So Johnny picks up the hand. All right, cool. So what do you think, Joey?
Oh man, that was I was hanging on by a string.
I know, we were talking about that. The ICM, you didn't want to get more.
Yeah.
It was a good time, though. And your boy Gil looks like he's about to run away with it.
He's a crusher, man. He's got a bad curse where he has not been able to win any of the tournaments that we've played. He'll get second in our league tournament that he runs in LA, like every time.
All right, check this out. Johnny, 200K. Laura, 260.
Oh, yeah.
Shane, 355. Gil just doubled up Shane. He's still got 650. A few hands ago, Gil had more chips than the rest of the table combined.
Holy cow.
He's
yeah,
just crushing.
Dude, he was hitting it. I mean, he's the only reason I'm in cash.
Because he kept he was hitting everything. Are you going to jump in that Insomniac, that $100 tournament out there?
I'm actually headed to go meet a buddy for dinner. I was supposed to meet him at like 8, and I was like, dude,
And sorry, I'm too
Locked
good.
in.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm too good. What can I say? I can't play.
Man, I'll tell you what, though. I wish I would have jammed that 8's hand pre-flop. She had been so tight, and then when Gil flatted, I'm like, oh, he's so nutted here. He's not flatting anything
The
with
ace
3 people
10?
behind unless he's ready for somebody to jam. So I was like, yeah. Oh, no. It was I had pocket 8s. What's her name?
This is Laura.
Laura, yeah, she's awesome. So she
Yeah, I remember
opened
this
ace
hand.
queen in the cutoff.
Gil's
Gil
got
flatted.
ace-9 suited.
Sorry, yeah, Gil flatted
Oh.
ace 9 of diamonds. On
Whoever, she never wins that hand. She's up against
Yeah,
she's got ace queen, ace jack, something like that.
queen, yeah.
She's up
shoves,
against
Gil's
ace
out,
9
you're
diamonds.
in.
She's up against
Seven's
pocket
out.
8s.
Yeah.
She's up against pocket 7s.
Yeah.
He flops or he rivers trips. You river a
would've
straight.
had a straight.
He turns.
Yeah.
I said she never wins this hand.
And you know what? I
Because
guarantee
somebody's gonna
you,
call her.
If I jammed, he calls, she calls, he folds, I get the triple up because I
Right.
get the straight.
Triple up plus.
Yeah. So that was the only hand I misplayed. The ace queen fold, I was like, whoo!
Yeah.
That was like probably one of my best folds I've ever made in the flop.
And we talked about that. I'm like, do you jam here? And I said, not with a raise and a re-raise. I think ICM. He's
Yeah.
just gonna fold.
If is it Shane?
Yep.
No,
Shane is in the
If
1
Johnny
seat.
did
Johnny's in the
3-bet,
3 seat.
I
You jam,
and
for
then I
sure.
lose to 7s and I'm
Yep.
gone.
And I'm
So-
like, you're third place.
Yep.
Yep.
His
And-
3-bet is what saved me. That was the only thing. I was like, okay, well, he 3-bet, I can just get out. Like you were saying, ICM, just stay
Yep.
alive. You know?
And we talked about that several times where you were like 9th in chips, and then you were.
I don't think I got above 10 big blinds today.
No, you
Maybe I had
you
12
were.
at one point.
I pulled it up a few times, but it was really low the entire tournament,
Oh my
and you just sat in Gil's shadow and let him dust him off for you.
100%.
I said, all right, let's go.
As soon as that ace 9 hand happened, I was like, okay, he's going on mega tilt. He'll be gone in 3 seconds.
Yep.
Obviously, Rob was already gone. And then being, what was the guy to my left? What was his name?
Brady,
he was in the 7th seat.
Braden.
So
We were just like,
yeah.
we were both just hanging on. I was like, okay,
Yep.
it's just a battle of whoever goes first.
And then Gil's just being gifted premium cards. He's gotten so many pocket pair, ace queens, ace kings, ace 10s, and he's playing phenomenally. It's not just that he's gifted cards.
Of course.
He's maximizing his profit. Like all these times I'm going, well, geez, I think he should probably bet about 100 and he goes 400. Well, that's too much, and they call him, and I'm like, oh wow, he gets maximum.
Well,
I would have made 100. He makes 400.
You know what? Even the ace-9 hand where he took that huge hand,
Yep.
I think if I'm in that hand, I bet too big on the turn when I hit the flush and I scare him out.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
but he put
Yeah.
a nice
That-
small
that-
size and
yep.
dragged him in, let him hit his set on the river, and gave him just enough to make that call.
Right.
And and that's where I said check behind, but he bet enough to inflate the pot to make it work. I mean, he's
Right.
he's a wizard. What am I going to do?
No, dude, I mean, he's really playing some great poker all
He
night,
is.
all night.
Ronnie McDonald says he used to play with both of them, and he'd play this one before. Oh, I used to play at. Okay.
Oh, Poker House.
I don't know. I missed. They're having a conversation that I missed. I jumped in at the end of it, but super fun.
Man, what a blast.
Brady, Eddie
Yeah.
said, not Braden or whatever we thought it was. It's Brady.
Brady, yeah. He played great too, man. It was, you know. he
It was
just
a
got
great
unlucky.
final table.
Yeah.
Great final
I
table.
knew it was going to be too. I sat down. I was like, all right, I'm going to have to just sit here and be patient.
Yeah.
You know, wait.
Pick your spots.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And I got really lucky on the ace jack versus ace queen against Gil.
Yes. Yes.
The Jacks were running hot, man.
I'll take a chop.
Yeah. Yeah. I was like, please.
Shane
stop.
flops the flush draw
And a gutter.
and the gutter for a 7. 7 of clubs would give him a straight flush. Gil is a prodigy. Rena says she's waiting for a mug. A 10. Now he's got the flush draw, the gutter, and top pair.
I think he just lets it go.
Yeah, he called when he was ahead. He folds when he's behind. Wizard, just a wizard doing wizard stuff.
No kidding. No kidding. Man, Shane's had a good game too. He's really patient.
Shane's great. He works here.
Yeah, he's the floor guy, right?
Yep, he's works up at the floor. How many are there normally for mug?
Meetup games.
Yeah, I don't know who she's asking that to. Oh, they're talking about mug. Rena said she's waiting for a mug, and I don't know.
No chop, Shane.
Yeah, I'm missing out on all this chat because you're here, Joey.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah, no, it's good. We love it. We love it.
Check out the river.
Hey,
It was a
what
lot
was
of
your
fun.
favorite part of the trip? I know it was Friday, so don't pretend
Dude,
it wasn't.
It's gotta be. It's gotta be shooting the guns. That was an absolute
bad.
blast. I had adrenaline going for probably at least an hour after we left. That scar, dude.
That scar was so good.
That was wild. No, and honestly, man, I love this place so much. Like, you guys do such a good job of running the stream, running the games, the tournaments, the cash games here. Everybody's just
Beautiful
nice.
room, too.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
It is.
And it's so cool because we were here in September, and just to see in, 2-3 months, the amount of
increase.
growth that has
Yeah.
happened, it's unreal. I mean, you guys smashed the guarantee on literally every tournament.
Yeah, we raised the guarantees and then we smashed them again.
Like by double at
I mean,
least, at a minimum.
when I started here in August, we were sweating like 2K guarantees, and now we're routinely getting 12,
Yeah.
10, 12, 16
It's insane.
for a weekly tournament, just crushing.
Let's see if Gil goes for a play here. Oh, no, check. Oh, he's in the small blind. Oh, and he gets there on the river. I don't think he can get much value, though. Unless he checks and... No. He's going to blow him off.
Yeah, you're not going to get anything with 9 high, and Shane's never betting
I
at
was
it.
going to say, he doesn't seem like he'd blow
Shane's never going to try to bluff Gil.
Yeah, especially not into the chip leader.
No. Was that your scar? No, Lego. Joey, did you rent that?
Yeah.
What,
I went
So-
to go to the bathroom, and I was walking back in, and I just looked at the wall, and I was like, man, that thing
I
is
want the biggest.
cool.
Yeah. So we got there. We went to Mission Ridge, and we had a bunch of new people who had never shot before, and they were going to go rent headsets and glasses, and they were looking at the stuff. And I said, "Hold on, guys, time out. I've got everything. I've got headsets. I've got glasses. I've got guns. Let's go shoot my stuff for free first. When we're done, if you want, we can go get some more stuff." And so they shot the 380, they shot the 9mm, they shot the AR-15s, they were shooting everything. And then he comes in with this case. And he's got a case that it was so big, and I'm like, did they hand it to you like this? Yep, it's not zipped. It couldn't zip. It was so big.
The guy handed, ooh, Laura's got queens under the gun.
Wolfgang says Joey's a mush.
What's up, baby? Is he in the stream right now?
Yeah, he's in the chat right there.
That's awesome. Oh, yeah, Wolfgang, Joey's the mush.
It's funny. We're at the half-hour mark. Everybody's getting 100 points. Uno momento, por favor. That's my Spanish. That and más cerveza, por favor, are my 2 Spanish words. 150 points for sticking with us. There you go, guys. Go gamble
All right,
with
guys,
them.
well, I actually got an Uber coming. I'm going to get dinner with a buddy, like I was saying. It's
All right.
8, and, you know, we
See
got
ya.
stuff
And then
to-
you're out of here Monday?
Yeah, we leave Monday at 11.
Back
so
to
we'll
Cali?
Come grind tomorrow.
Remember,
we'll
all
fight
those
the
guns we
next
played with yesterday, though, they are known to cause cancer in California.
I believe it. Much like 98% of everything else.
Everything causes cancer in California.
Yeah, exactly.
When you come to
Unless it's
Texas.
vegan and gluten-free, then you're safe.
When you coming back?
So I was telling Min, I think we're going to come back maybe like first week of January, come here
Beautiful.
for a week. and
We're
then go
having
to
a
Choctaw
series
for
in,
the
in February.
Okay, sweet.
So, but yeah, come here in January.
So the
for
show that I
Choctaw.
work on, we start filming in February, so I'll probably be gone before that.
Okay.
But I was telling him also, like, we film February to November, and then I'll probably be coming out here
Excellent.
for
Make it a routine trip.
more of an extended period, you know,
Beautiful.
get an apartment in the city. And
All right. Sounds
up.
great. Good to have you. Thanks for joining us in the chat.
Yeah, for sure.
Have a good
I
one.
told Ben I wanted to come check it out.
Perfect. It's so fun.
I appreciate you guys.
up?
Have a good night. I'll see you tomorrow.
See you, John. Joey. All right. We had a great time. So we got 3-way action to the flop. I do apologize. I missed all the action. I hope you guys were watching it. I'm going to turn this monitor off. Now the good-looking guy's out of here. And
It's so cool, man. Like the youth and the game, and
yeah.
and they're all wizards. They're all studying really hard, and they're out.
study.
They got it down.
They know stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I'm playing out here by feel and luck, and they're just getting it. And speaking of, oh no, Johnny hits his ace on the river. Gil's got a better kicker. I don't see Johnny getting away from this. Gil's gonna bet, let's say, 40, just a little third pot, and Johnny's gonna rip it in, or just call. Just call. Wow, playing it safe with top pair.
Hanging in there.
He can't fold, but he just calls. Wow. All right. Did I miss anything good in the chat? Show the video. Oh, well,
Uh-oh.
I can. Between hands, I will go back and show the video of us shooting the SAR. Boom, boom, boom. So I'm not sure, but I heard Min 15 minutes ago said he was going to talk to Eric. I don't remember what he came back here and talked to me about. How does Laura fold 15K from big blind with ace 5?
Hanging on, waiting for somebody else to bust.
Yeah. Now she's going to shove, right? 14K with king jack in the small blind.
Raise 40.
Just Min clicking. All right, that hand's done. Here's a picture of us yesterday at the gun range.
It's good to let Eric shoot that one first.
Yeah. How fun is that?
Yeah, the scopes on those things are so cool.
It was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we're at 25 yards, which is as far back as this one goes. And that was super, super fun. With the, then we had some, were you on that? Oh, Laura, ace, queen, hearts. Oh, this is going to be all in and a call. She reships it. Gil's going to fold. Shane's going to fold. We are heads up to a flop for all the bananas. Let's listen to him talk. 60-40. Doesn't change anything on the flop. Johnny still needs a king or a 5. That's an 8. Doesn't do it. A 6 for the straight. Doesn't do it. Johnny's eliminated in 4th place.
Good run, though.
Good run, Johnny.
Good run,
Played
Johnny.
phenomenal. Let's check out these payouts. takes home $1,470 for his
day.
efforts. Everybody's guaranteed $1,838 now. Next pay jump is $1,200, and they're all looking at that 45 up top. Let's check out this chip stack. Gil, 710. Laura, 400K. Shane, 355. Shane and Laura, if one of them doubles through the other, it's even match.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go. If one of them doubles through Gil, they are the chip leader. They basically flip places. This is going to be an exciting match, and it's only 10,000, 15,000 blinds. They let you shoot rifle rounds in the 25 yards. Yes, that's where we go and plink off the ARs.
Raise and take it.
Oh, that's what he came back here to ask us, if Joey could come in the booth with us. I'm like, I don't remember talking to Min. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Laura hits a 5. She checks.
This is probably like a good spot to still fire.
Laura's got backdoor flush draw and middle pair. This
Like
is
full quarter pot.
no 10. Ooh, Queen of Diamonds gives Laura the flush draw. Now Gil needs a 10 that's not a diamond. He's got 2 outs. 50,000, good bet. Gil's going to let it go. Now ICM plays a role more so than it did when it was $200 jumps. Yeah, playing for 200 or 300 or 400 is not a big deal. Playing for 1,200 now we're kind of serious. I love they haven't even discussed chop.
Yeah. I mean, I don't like to chop.
I don't chop.
Yeah. I don't chop in cash games. If I ever make it to final tables, I don't want to chop. I want to play it out.
Yes, for sure.
I don't feel like I'm doing it for the money. I want the victory. I want the feeling of going all the way today.
We discuss this in almost every tournament final table. Eddie and I are on the same page. Today, when they're playing for a difference between 18 and 45.
Oh wow, we got aces.
Against King Jack, this might be a raise and a shove.
Laura's been playing pretty conservative. Maybe she really just call in the blinds? No,
Or
she
she
gets out of
just
the way.
folded. Wow. Good instincts by Laura. She's got Gil on her left. She's got Shane, who's been very tight. I want to say very tight, but he's got a 19% VPIP. I have the advantage of being able to click this button right here and seeing that he's seeing 1 out of 5 hands, which is pretty standard in tournament poker. Gil has no part of it. Luckily, he didn't hit a queen or a 9, and so he can let this go safely. I like all those plays. Yeah. Laura just said, I dodged the bullet. So what we do, or what we say is, you know, the extra couple thousand that you're going to make today by chopping, you're losing the experience of playing 4-handed and 3-handed and heads up. You're losing that experience. So when you get there, and it's not 1,500 between first and second, it's 15,000 between first and second, and you don't know how to play here because you've never done it, is why I don't chop.
Right. And this is totally good reason.
I'm trying to learn how to play 3-handed. I want to get better at playing 4-handed. Like you were talking last night, you played on the stream for 4 hours, and then when we turned off the cameras and it kind of broke down, instead of 9-handed, it was 7-handed, 6-handed, 5-handed, and then your play got better because they weren't adjusting to short-handed play like most people don't, because they don't play short-handed.
Right.
Sassy says there shouldn't be an option to let them chop.
Yeah, I've said this before too. I said, why not force the...
So
it's good for the stream if we make people play it out, but at the same time, it's their money.
It's exactly what I say. Now, when I ran a tour across the country, Minnesota, Iowa, Michigan, Wisconsin, we did the Venetian, Indiana, all over the place. And we had a no chop policy for the stream, and they just go in the bathroom and chop.
And they
on their
chop
own.
it anyway, yeah.
And so it just kind of made a mockery of it, because then they'd come back, shove all in, I call, okay, ha ha ha, and I'm like, guys, all right, just forget it, go ahead and chop.
That makes it worse for the stream than anyway. If you're gonna do it behind,
it makes a mockery of the stream.
Yeah.
And I was always of the opinion it is their money and it is hundreds of thousands of dollars that they're playing for. Let them do what they want because they're going to do it anyway.
Right.
And just let us know. Just say, hey, they just chopped it 3 ways for $100,000 a piece. That's fine.
Yeah.
That's their money. Let them, and that's part of poker. Let them do what they want with their money.
Yeah, no, they haven't even that hasn't even been brought up.
No.
And that's cool.
Probably because Gil is never chopping. He's got all the chips. If it was more evenly stacked, like Dude Maestro says, if we're all short stacked, and we're just flipping now, then he might chop. If you're in a poorly structured tournament, like if you're out in Vegas playing a nightly $80 tournament and the structure's horrible because it's just designed for tourists to come play for a couple hours, I could see chopping that one.
Right.
You know, because, hey, we all got 5 big blinds left and the blinds are going up in 5 minutes. You know, let's just chop this up and be on our way. I agree with that.
I've gotten a lot of people get mad at me when I would make it to final tables because I don't chop.
They nicknamed me the chop block.
Yeah.
Because if in my Minnesota casino, and I tell this story almost every stream, you can look at my Hendon Mob scores, and if I get 5th place, then there's a 4-way chop. If I get 4th place, there's a 3-way chop. You know, if I get 6th place, there's a 5-way chop, because I just don't chop, and they're all like, let's chop, let's chop. I'm like, I don't chop, guys. Pay attention. And I go one further. I don't pay the bubble.
Yeah, me neither.
I'm saying paying the bubble does not eliminate the bubble. Paying the bubble moves the bubble. Let's not move the bubble.
Yeah. Yeah, and there's definitely something to be said about being able to apply more pressure, too,
Exactly.
because they know that you're not willing to chop.
Oh, Gil flops all of it. Shane bluffs at it for the first time. He bets 30K with queen high, which is the best hand. But you can see queen high is the best hand, but statistically, Gil is a favorite with the flush draw and 2 live cards.
Is he going for it?
Gil can't, or Shane cannot withstand any pressure with queen high. And he folds, and Gil takes down another one.
Good move.
Good move, great move.
Worth the shot still, Shane.
Oh,
Definitely
for
worth a
sure,
shot.
for sure. I mean, Gil can't always have the hand. Well, he can, and he has. But, you know, it's really tough. All right, there's a half hour left in that Insomniac tournament. I wonder how many players they have. I'm going to pull that up really quick in the Poker Atlas. He said all my friends are watching, and Laura said all my friends are in bed. Speaking of going to bed, way past Sassy's bedtime.
Yeah. Well, she stayed up with us last night.
I was going to say, this is 2 nights in a row. Are you going to adjust her bedtime?
Well, she's leaving tomorrow afternoon, and my guess is she'll just go to sleep for a good chunk. And
when you say she's leaving, what does that
she's
mean?
heading back to Austin tomorrow afternoon.
Okay, driving?
And then, driving. And then
she's driving?
And then she's working, I think, the next 3 days in a row, like 3 12s plus in a row.
Okay. We've got started with 3 tables in that Insomniac. We're down to 14 players. Registration's open for another hour, it says. That's not right. That's not right. Registration's open for 40 minutes. I'm going to have to fix that. Very interesting. I'm going to have to fix that. Discount membership for seniors too, or just veterans? Asking for my wife. LOL. I think it's just veterans, but bring your wife in and get her a $30 monthly membership if she's going to be here more than 3 times a month. Sassy can fall asleep at any time.
Yeah, pretty much. It actually drives me crazy.
Gil,
I'm like a morning person, and she is totally not a morning person.
Oh, you're a morning person?
I'm a morning person.
Well, some people wake up to watch the sunrise, and some people stay up to watch the sunrise. I'm the latter. I stay up. I don't get up early.
I can't help it. I woke up at 7 this morning. I went to bed at like 3, woke up at 7.
I woke up at 10. They're just going to check it down. King High's going to win this pot.
I think it was the 4 that was bad.
Look at that tower. Gil's making. He's building a wall. Sassy's not a morning person or a night person.
She's I talked about with her with this before, but I think different humans have different circadian rhythms, and like we have jobs, and so we sometimes get off of our rhythm.
Yep.
But I know my rhythm's like morning. I've always been a morning person ever since I was a kid.
I've always been a night person. When I used to tour, excuse me, I would be up till 3 in the morning every night. And so when I would go home, I would stay up till 3 in the morning to not get off my rhythm. And it would drive my wife crazy because why are you up at 3? Come to bed. I'm like, no, because then I'll be tired at 11 o'clock when I go back on tour. So for this week, I'm just going to stay up till 3. Vets and first responders are offered free memberships. We currently do not have any senior discounts. Thank you, PH Dallas. I believe that's my friend Chris Mays in the chat.
Oh, cool.
Responding. So first responders and veterans.
I didn't
free
know. I
memberships.
don't know if Sass knew that.
Is she a first responder?
I think that she's considered a first responder as an RN.
All right. Let's go.
75.
So Shane bets 30 with top pair on the flop. Gil floats with middle pair. And then check folds when Shane bets the turn. Five minutes left in this level. Down to 3 players. Let's take a look at the chip stacks. Where's snap exactly 395 for Shane and Laura. After that hand, Gil still up at the top, 675, 45 big blinds. Let's see what they're playing for. If you're new here, 45 up top for a $300 buy-in. Everybody guaranteed $1,838. Minnesota Mike in the box. Craig on Action Tracker. I'm in the booth with Brian Helling.
Yes.
Nailed it. Gil in the small blind calls with Jack 8, flops the Jack. Shane has no part of this except for bottom pair. Ooh, all right, check now, Gil. I don't have to tell that wizard what to do.
I think he's going to bet another small bet.
Another 15, 30,
trying to
like
get
that.
like flush draws to continue and maybe a 6.
He does bet
making it look bluffy.
75 in the pot. Very small bet.
Get called again. He does. Flush gets there.
The flush gets there. The front door flush. If Gil's worried about 2 spades.
Really?
125 in the
So
pot.
he's just trying to eke out value from
Make it 50K.
6 or lesser jacks.
A 6, a deuce, a jack. I think would have raised him. He does call.
It's a-
What a wizard!
yeah.
Oh,
He just gets value the
value
whole
town.
way.
Takes
That's
Shane. With Shane calls him down with bottom pair. And Laura says, I folded a jack. All right, guys, 8 more minutes and we're getting more points. Coming up on the 3-hour mark. Hey Siri, set my timer for 8 minutes. I don't want to forget you guys.
8 minutes, starting now.
Gamble, gamble. Let's go. Greg just rolled at 87. He's up to 225 points. A GG Greg. Gil on the button with 10 Jack, which is the original Dead Man's Hand prior to 1876. Makes it 30,000, which is just a min click. Shane calls from the small blind. We lose Laura. Trade 8. All those puppy dog feet on the flop. Makes Gil looking for a flush again. Queen, Shane. This might be trouble for Shane. He's got top pair. He's going to call whatever Gil bets. Gil has 10 outs. He needs a 9 for a straight or a club for a flush.
Shane puts it in. We're not all in.
No, he made the 100. He's only got 150 back. If I'm Gil, I call. You have to call. Great bet by Shane. Great turn card. Got the Queen 7, the computer hand. Oh, Gil folds. Wow, good fold. I mean, I don't know if it's a good fold. We had a river to come, but I think I punt in that situation. I call 100 for sure. Or 70, was it 70 more or was it 100 more?
I think he went to 100, so it might have been 70 more. The pot was 220, I think.
Wow. Nice hand, Shane. Chinking away at the chip leader. Shane's up to, oh, he must have lost a couple because he's still at 24 big blinds. Gil is still at 48 big blinds. Blinds just went up. Give me one hand to recheck the stats, because my stats are always one hand behind.
Laura's got a pretty hand.
Ooh, Jack 3 for Gil, Jack 3 for Shane. Laura's got the 10-9 suited. Hearts. Just gonna call. What'd they say?
I think he said that I didn't check.
Okay. Look at Laura just eyeballing Gil.
75.
Nice play.
It just felt like a check.
All right. Laura said he checked. He checked. He checked. We got a rail looking back there. We got people gathering. Probably Joey. I saw him. Somebody sitting back there on a computer. Craig doing a great job on Action Tracker without the verbal assistance of the dealers. I love how clean the table sounds without them talking. It's one of those things where your ears pop and all of a sudden your hearing gets much better and you didn't even know you didn't have good hearing until all of a sudden it just got better.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it feels like.
Raise 50.
I love it. Kojak for Laura on the button makes it 50,000. Folds around. She picks up the blinds and antes. Rosie's back there in the blue. What's happening, Rosie? Oh, okay. That's Rosie and not Joey. I guess if I paid attention, I would have known what Joey was wearing. He was in here for, 15 minutes. and we watched them for the stream for 2 hours. I don't pay attention to stuff like that, though. I'm very bad at that. I would be a horrible witness if I ever got called to testify. I don't pay attention at all. King 10 for Gil on the button. Min clicks it to 40,000. Laura's got the 7 deuce. The hammer, she folds.
Raise and take it.
All right, 3 players left. Blinds are 10,000, 20,000 with a 20,000 big blind ante. Let's take a look at these chip stacks. Gil, 40 big blinds with the new blind structure. Laura, 17, Shane, 16. Like I said, if one of those doubles through the other, they've got 700. If one of them doubles through Gil, they flip places. Wow. I would have remembered had he been wearing a robe. That is accurate, Tammy. I do remember Min is wearing a kimono out there. I think Eddie went home because I didn't bring him a robe to wear this time. And he was upset about
Just
it.
gets a walk. It's a good.
I'd give Gil a walk also.
Yeah.
At this point.
I mean, one of the things he got going for him with his aggression, his constant aggression is that they're gonna just. I don't want to fight you. Here's the blinds. Gonna get a lot of extra walks this way.
I'm not going to pretend that I'm on Gil's level, but I get a lot of walks in the big blind because if you limp, I am rowing. I am raising. Like.
Yeah, like pretty much.
If you click into my pot, you're going to be forced with a big C bet. Min is wearing a kimono. He came in here and we showed it on the camera. He's got his PJs and his kimono on. Scroll back to the 10 o'clock hour. And guess what? I didn't even need my timer. It's set to go off in just a minute, but I know that we're here, so I'm going to pop in here between hands. 6-4 and 9-4. Jack 10 tray. Gil checks. Shane checks behind. 6 gives Gil the best hand. It's not really strong enough to check for deception because when any overcard comes out, Shane could have accidentally hit that overcard, but now he is going to bet, and it doesn't matter because Shane just said you could have bet a long time ago. All right, 200 points. If you're watching at the 3-hour mark, you're getting 200 points. There you go, guys. And now I can turn off my timer. There's 6 seconds left on my timer. I'm just going to let it go off so you can know that I'm not lying to you. Oh, it's turned all the way down. I wouldn't have even heard that. How disappointing. Three-handed for quite a while. These guys are deep. Nobody's making mistakes. Joey's worried that Gil has not taken a first place in the last 18 years. So tonight might be the night. Queen 8 limps in. Jack deuce for Laura. She's not getting out of line. You want to press that button, turn the fan on? It's a little bit warm in here. There we go. Shane's got backdoor flush draw with the clubs. Laura has no part of this. She needs a jack or a deuce. A jack 10 or deuce will chop it up with 2 pair on the board and the king kicker. And we are done. I didn't even see who bet. I just saw it's over. Lego for getting his exclamation point. Greg Stowe only gets 1 point. See, Greg, how long have you liked the stream? I'm trying to figure out why that is that not everybody gets points when I say give everybody points. And I think the algorithm has something to do with how long you've liked the stream and whether or not you are in my list. between hands. I'm going to let Brian take over commentary, and I'm going to go manually look for you. Looking for Greg.
Laura limps with queen 9, and it looks like Gil will just shoves. She's only got 14 big blinds.
She gets through.
And he gets through.
Hey, you guys that are not getting points, are you subscribed to the channel? And do you like the channel? You might have to like the channel and be subscribed. I don't know. Is he subbed to the channel? Yeah, Lego. That's what I was just thinking. You have to be a subscriber, possibly, and you have to like the stream, possibly, and you have to be watching when I do it. You have to be actually in the chat watching. I think all those three. It shows pages and pages. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 18 people on a page. I'm on page 3, page 4, page 5, page 6, page 7, page 8, page 9. So 9 times 18. Let's.
Laura goes all in with ace-9 on the button. And gets through and picks up the money.
Gets through. There are only 30 likes, Tammy says. So Keith Kemper, so are the points like on whose line is it? I don't know what whose line is it is. That's like old people stuff. I'm not that old yet. Gil, 850,000. Laura, 335. Shane, 280. Blinds are going up in another 20 minutes. Gil's got King 5 on the button. He's going to click it up to 40. Shane's going all in with pocket 9s, and it's going to fold around. That is a great idea, Tammy. If you're watching on YouTube and you are like doing other stuff, so your YouTube is not full screen, that might be why you're not getting points. I don't know. American MMA and Wrestling says, why y'all care about points anyway? You know, for those who know, you can't explain. If you don't know, you won't understand.
That's the best answer. That's totally the best answer. It's perfect.
I've got live chat on my phone, streaming to the TV. You don't have to be full mode, Tammy says. Okay. Points do not matter. It's just a fun game, Keith. You don't get anything except for funness. Quit being a buzzkill. Enjoy the points.
Laura rips with Queen Jack suited. Gil doesn't have anything to call with. Gets through.
And as they got shorthanded, what's really nice is they've all adjusted, and they were down in the 16 to 20. Now they're all up in the, Shane and Laura, are up into the 26% VPIP, and the aggression frequency is up in the 20s again, where before they were in the teens when they were full ring and had a lot of players. Pre-flop raising is going up with their 13 and 16%. So they are adjusting to shorthanded play, which is really nice.
I have a feeling these players don't chop.
No, they're not.
They're chopping. Seasoned. Ronnie, knew when it was time to pick up the pace.
Click on points, Ronnie, and see how many you have. There we go. You've got 159 points. Ooh, Gil has the only flush draw. Shay needs an 8 or a deuce. And Did Laura fold 8 deuce? Because the 8 of hearts and deuce of spades were not outs for him.
Then it must have.
That's
Must
funny.
have been so. I just didn't see.
Yeah, I wasn't paying attention because I was looking at this really important stuff about the points.
Mm-hmm.
So I wasn't paying attention. I'm going to go check at 159. I'm going to see if I can see Ronald in here. Ronnie, 159. And Bink, 159. There's Ronnie. I'm going to give you 100 manually, Ronnie. Let's call this 259. Okay, Bink, now try it again. See if that worked. Gil on the button with 9-5. Dolly Parton working 9 to 5. Shane with the 7-9. Laura with Kojak in the big blind. She
No
checks it.
shove.
I want her to raise when it's and just pick it up. Six, 9, deuce. She raises pre-flop. Shane folds. Instead, Shane takes top pair, bets it, takes down the pot.
Mm-hmm. She's right at that stage, that spot where she could probably just shove all in with those kinds of hands. when he
Exactly.
limps.
Grant, click on points and see how many you have. So, yes, if he does not, if Shane does not raise his small blind, he's not going to call off for his stack. His
Right.
hand is not good enough.
Right, and she's
if he
going to
didn't
pick up
raise. Yeah, she'll
the-
pick up the full blind that he just put out there.
plus the other blind and Annie.
You're well, the other blind end is hers.
But yeah.
Yeah, she gets it back instead of
Right.
giving it away.
Right.
All right.
Keeping her afloat with the same blind stack, just a little
Yep.
bit for like the round.
Yep. Laura should have pushed. I agree. Grant, you got to spell points correctly. There it is. A little typo. I hate typos. 8-3. Laura folds a double down. You have 9 points. All right, I'm going to go look and see what's going on with you, Grant. Grant music. What's Grant music for? Is that you like music? Dude. You better register. I'm not going to register. Actually, see. Do we already have another break coming up in 15 minutes? Wow. Grant music right there. All right, Grant. I don't know why you don't have points. I'm going to get you some points right now. There you go, bud. Yeah, I'm not going to jump into that turbo and get blinded out because these guys are going to take another. We're on hand 100 already.
All of it.
All of it.
Producer songwriter. Pocket fives against Kojak. The speed limit against Jack King. Ooh, I like that, Ronnie. Frank used to be my drummer. I know several Franks. Do it. Laura, do it. Get him.
Flipping for some chips.
She's not going to do it. She's not going to do it. Nope. She wanted to. No, she didn't want to flip right now. The problem is in 12 minutes, the blinds are going up to
Right.
30,000. These are real jumps now for the blinds and Annies. Unbelievable. We're pushing midnight. We've been playing for 3 hours. Frank with the tattoos. So when I was at the gun range yesterday, one of the people said, "Hey, my dad plays down at Poker House." And I said, "Oh, what's his name?" And he told me the name, and I said, "I don't know who that is." He's an old white dude with tattoos. And I went, "That didn't."
That's
he didn't
like
hear-
everybody in
okay,
Texas.
so that's 80% of the people at Poker House Dallas right now.
Right?
An old white dude with tattoos.
Good looking button raising hand.
Yeah, for sure. Blinds are 10,000, 20,000. He's just gonna rip it. What happened?
It looks like Shane folded and Laura defended.
Oh,
with a
and
big
she
blind, and
defends with king high. Funny because she just folded king jack to Shane, but she calls off with king 8 against Gil. It wasn't an all-in. That's an all-in.
Right.
He must have said call it when I thought he said all in,
Right.
and I couldn't believe he went all in with that. Okay, got it. Scallywags. I do know scallywags. All right, they are using adult language in the poker room. Gosh darn, Monday through Friday. Wow. All right, guys. Where are we at on stack sizes? Gil 37, Shane 20. Laura just picked up that pot, and she's down to 15 big blinds. Yeah, I don't know. I know code words. I know nicknames. I know screen names. Scallywags and Grant Music and Sassy.
I dig that here too. Like everybody's got a handle, and other poker rooms I've been at in the United States, not as many people, but there's still a lot of handles out there, but not as many people have handles. And a lot of people have the same name. That's why I like it. So you don't hear Brian like 12 times.
Exactly. Are you a B-R-I-A-N?
B-R-Y.
Y-A-N. Shane raises with the speed limit and picks up the blinds and annies.
Or Sassy's top hats.
Top hats. Oh, dang it. I was going to remember to say that.
Where did top hats come from, Sass?
I don't know. She even posted that 10 minutes ago, or 3 minutes ago. I said 10 minutes because it felt like that, and then I looked at the timestamp, and it was only 3 minutes
Oh, yeah,
ago.
I'm sure we'll be here. Well, Sassy won't. I'll be here.
Sassy's got a job, a real job.
Yeah, she's got to go back to battle.
Gallywags looking swag in the suit. Speaking of suits, everybody see Eddie last night? The Asian sensation. Looking good in that suit. Lego for life. Rice is life. Pew, pew, pew. Hammer will be on the stream tomorrow. I'm driving back tomorrow. Oh, tomorrow's next gen. 6 to 10. Tune in. Shane with an open ender and the best hand. Gil needs a 5. The 4 will not help him. Now, can Gil fire on the river? Can he wizard this in? I mean, the smart move is to check back. That's what I do because I'm scared. Does Gil represent this? He does. All right, there's 120 in the pot. What's he going to bet? 80? Maybe higher?
Nice.
And it works.
And it works. Nice.
He bet 60. What a wizard. Takes it down with playing the board.
Right.
Top hats came from when I was a little learning to write. The teacher would say, put a little hat on your 5. All right, I like it. I like it. I like it. Pew, pew. So Shane loses a little bit of his stack there. He's still at 19 big blinds. Laura's still at 15 big blinds. Eddie says it's actually really fun to be on this side of the stream and not playing or commentating. Just being a spectator, life is not a spectator sport. Who knows what commercial that is? First one gets 100 points.
I have no idea.
You're too young. Gamble, gamble. These old people are going, life is not a spectator sport. What commercial is that? All right, guys. Nobody gets it. It was Reebok. Joey, you... go in the chat if you want to read that. I don't want to talk about... No, it was Reebok Lego. Reebok, you're old enough to know that. Shane with a suited ace on the button. He's going to make it 50,000 to call. Gil's got the queen, jack, and the big blind. Oh, hey, way to go, Tammy. Way to answer right after I tell you the answer. Not a lot of big hands at the moment, or at the same time. Yeah, Keith, it's funny how that works where, you know, sometimes you get...
Check.
You know, boom. So, Gil checks. Shane adds equity with a straight draw, the backdoor straight draw. He does not get there. Gil's got the best hand. He's just waiting for Shane to bet it. He doesn't. If he bets small, Shane might call down with ace high. 70 might be too big. God, he's a wizard. He just
freaking got snapped with ace set.
Jeez. How does he know the correct amount every time?
But he didn't even tank. He was like, I'm in there. Let me see.
Jackie
Nice hand.
Robinson, not a spectator sport. If you're going to spend your whole life in the grandstand just watching what goes on, in my opinion, you're wasting your life. That sounds like a Wikipedia answer, Ronald McDonald. Reeboks was quoting Jackie Robinson. Yeah, that's what I said is what commercial said that. That's an old commercial, too, if you go Google it. And I'm sure Tammy's going to tell me what year it came out. Because she's already Googling the YouTubes. They're on break now. You know what that means? We're on break in 15 minutes. Oh, you know what? That wasn't them. That was the other tournament. All right. Ace King for Laura. Makes it 50,000. Ronnie did Google it. Fold. The Alan Kessler / Big Slick / Anna who's it? Anna Kokorova?
Anna Kournikova?
Anna Kournikova. AK has a lot of names.
Anna Kournikova was like, what, a tennis player? Is that correct?
I don't follow.
I have no idea. I just remember the name from
I do
watching
believe
old
that's correct.
poker tournaments.
I believe that's correct.
Something about she looks good but never wins. I remember somebody saying.
Yes. February 22? Huh. Siri, how do I Google it? Oh, Eddie, you didn't know AK was called the Alan Kessler? 3 more minutes before they go on to break. That dude complains about every structure. That is not correct, sir. My structure was #chainsaw approved. He still tags me routinely. Wants me to go out and stream at different venues. And he'll tag the venue. Ooh.
4 spades.
A rare misstep from Minnesota Mike. I'm not sure what happened, but Shane's going all in with Kojak on the button. Laura's going to fold 6-2. Gil's going to fold 7-4.
It's through.
We're having fun here. 100 seconds to break. Let's look at the payouts. 500 up top. Everybody guaranteed 1,800. Still no talk of chop. I love it. Guild still at the top with 780,000 chips. Laura, 355. Shane, 260. It is a tight race for second place. Jack, Queen on the button. Looks good. 50K. Gil's going to fold the... I'm not going to say what that hand's called. It's offensive. Last hand before break. That means we're going on break. More coffee. Sassy, get the coffee ready. Please and thank you. What do you guys want to see when we go out? We got 10 minutes. Lego is in a mood tonight. Stack depth about to get super short. Yeah, the blinds are going up. We're going to be at 20, 40, 40 coming back. And looking at the clock, it looks like they come back a few minutes early, so we won't even get a full 10-minute break. Just for funsies, guys, I am going to give you the same instant replay I gave you last time because it's only a 7-minute break. So you're going to watch it just perfectly. Gil's all in with pocket fours. Yes, San Francisco, Keith. Good job. Buttons here. I'm going to turn this down. Oh, wrong one. Dang it.
It's good to let Eric shoot that one first.
Yeah.
I am going to go get the correct one. We are on break. I just got to grab the Mighty Hammer video and show that.
Tricky Fish in the cutoff makes it $30 to go with a Queen Jack suited. Mighty Hammer calls with Ace 4 suited. Actions on Jay in the small blind. Raises it to $160 with a King Queen. Woodley folds. Jack folds. Actions back to Tricky Fish with the Queen Jack of spades. 235 in the pot. $130 to call. He makes the call. Mighty Hammer in the 5 seed calls. Oh, he goes all in. Ships it with Ace 4 suited for nearly $1,000. King Queen folds. Queen Jack folds. Mighty Hammer shows his ace and a fake. Let's go. Knock raises it to 65. Already sitting down in the stand-up game.
Yep.
Folds around to Mighty
So you know he's
Hammer.
pretty strong. Now, with that being said, Mighty Hammer hasn't played too many hands this evening. Pretty cold deck. So for him to 3-bet, especially knowing that these action players are, he's still going to be pretty strong. It's not like it's Jay or Woodley making this move, or even Tricky Fish. Obviously going to call with pocket 10s here.
How incentivized are you to bluff or whatever you need to do to win a pot to sit down early?
I actually don't know. Oh, wow, Sneaky can check it back here. Has the King of Clubs 2 blocking the nut flush draw. I like the check back here. Well, check. 9 of diamonds.
Still a good board for knock if if his opponent missed the ace.
He could have a hand like
Yeah.
jacks through kings.
C-bet for 150.
Yeah. I want to see if knock's going to peel one. Yeah.
My spidey senses are tingling right now if I'm knock.
Right. Makes a call here. A $900 pot. Send up an SPR of about 1-to-1. I don't think he needs to shove here.
He really doesn't. He's got top pair, top kicker, but he's only got 1 pair. He does make a big bet.
No, it looks like 400.
3.25.
Yeah, really small bet. Very value size. Knows that's a board that doesn't run out well for Knock unless he has a set. Knock's not going to have too many 2-pair combos here. Lots of draws miss. Again, Mighty Hammer, Brian having the king of clubs, blocking the nut flush draw.
Yeah, he's value betting the whole way.
Definitely a value size bet on the river. Well played hand by Mighty Hammer. Knock's never ever going to come back for a raise here, right? Just not going to happen. Reconstructing the hand. Again, made the comment that Mighty Hammer hasn't played too many hands.
So, do you hear what they're saying?
No, actually not.
Woodley wants to take a quarter from everybody to make the call so that Mighty Hammer doesn't win and stays standing. He's like, let's all pitch in 25 and make the call for Knock.
Position all factor into how you play hands, right? Sizings.
Yeah. A lot of variables.
Yeah,
what we're saying.
Sizings, lines you take, need to be conscious of all those things. And that's why this is such a tough game to play, because the variables change from table to table, day to day, position to position, board texture to board texture.
I want to see Mighty Hammer bet this one. He's got the best hand with Jack high, but he also has a flush draw.
Well, he's going to call, dude.
You see, that's why it's so hard for Pura Vida to try to bluff that river, because Woodley's calling with 8 high.
Yeah.
Just to set up this bluff.
Does he not know what he has?
No, he said, I have 8 high. He played that game blind.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I didn't. Obviously, he should have bet that river. Wow. So many times he would have accidentally won that hand with better than Jack high.
Right.
Wow. VPIP is voluntarily putting money in pre-flop.
Yeah. So when there's straddles, just for the record, that
doesn't count.
It counts as a third, fourth, fifth blind, depending how many quote-unquote straddles there is. So anything out. So basically, he's calling every 3 out of 4 hands.
Right.
Shrek 43%, Tricky Fish 30%, Rick in the mid-20s along with Jack,
which is standard.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mighty Hammer 17.
Low
Knock.
mid-20s is.
Yep. Depending on the game.
Depending on the game,
Pura
correct.
Vida's a little low.
Yeah.
Woodley is really high. Shrek is a little high.
Yeah. So.
What a great game.
Then again, after the end of the stream, I like to go through all these stats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mighty Hammer with the Wayne Gretzky.
Yeah.
Pocket nines.
Gonna make it 30. Oh, gonna get 3-bet by Woodley in the cutoff with 8s. This is
what a way to end the stream.
I'm surprised that actually Woodley's gonna raise there, especially against.
This is gonna be good.
I think you have to peel one. Yep, I agree.
I hate it. Yeah, ace, queen, 10. This is a horrible board for Mighty Hammer. But against Woodley, it might be fine.
Yeah. Gonna go check, check.
No, it's going to go check bet.
Oh, no.
Woodley's going to fire at it. There's 400 in the pot. He's going to bet big. 200.
275.
275. Oh, he's just going to peel it off. He's like, I paid less than that for dinner for 10 guys today.
Yeah, that's true.
I told you it was one bet knock. Oh, no, it worked. Woodley is my hero.
Yeah.
Show him the 8s. Well, it doesn't matter. We are back. We're back. The players came back 3 minutes early, which coincidentally, and it's a total coincidence that and when I say I mean Brian's Hammer
good timing
video was 7 minutes long. So it's great that they came back exactly 3 minutes early. And we're back in the booth, ready to go. 3-handed. Let's check out these chip stacks.
coming back. We are 10K, 20K. Gil up at the top with 44 big blinds, 895K. Laura with 18 big blinds. Shane down at the bottom with 10 big blinds. He's got 210K. We are going to look at the payouts really quickly after this hand. Keith says, any thoughts a larger buy-in multi-flight big guarantee tournament in the future? In February, we're having a big one, Keith. A big series. We just got done with one at the August. So Gil, Laura limps in with 10 jack in the small blind. Gil goes all in with an ace deuce suited.
I like his shove there.
Yeah. So yes, 20K, 30K, 30K big blind Danny. Mighty Hammer looking like a lumberjack with that flannel shirt.
Say a good friend of mine got me this shirt. It's the
Dixon.
Marine Corps colors. And I also made my company with the same colors, the yellow and the red.
Nice.
And so, yeah, that's why he got it for me. So it's pretty cool.
Mike still in the box. Gil still chip leader. 30 big blinds. Laura folds 8-6 on the button. Gil with a 6-10 suited. Rips it. Shane wakes up with ace queen, calls 70-30 in Shane's favor because Tammy folded one of the sixes.
Right.
Sassy says, LOL, it's his Marine Corps colors.
Yeah.
8, 9, 8 on the flop. Gil needs a 7, a 6, or a 10. That's not it. One more time. The 6 of spades was folded. He's got 9 outs, doesn't get it. Shane gets a full double up to 390,000 chips. 13 big blinds. Gil still double. If you add Shane and Laura together, Gil has more chips. So he's still in very good shape. If Shane doubles through Laura or vice versa, it's going to be heads up, evenly stacked. Oh, yeah. Sassy and Hammer. So now that we're friends, you don't get a free pass. We're making fun of everything. That's what Min made to the final table, and I texted him. I put in the chat. I'm like, hey, get Min in there to commentate with you. You know he's not still there. He ended up winning the tournament. But that's just what friends do. Gil folds 9-3 suited. Shane's in the small blind with 9-6 off. Limps in. Laura rips ace-8. Shane immediately folds, picking up the blinds. Sassy says, I'll dish it right back. You know my nickname. And I'll show you how I got that name. Touche Sassy Lol. LOL. All right, we're moving chips around. They are active. 24 big blinds for Gil, 12 for Laura, 12 for Shane. Scott Friedman, what's up? We got some payouts here. First, second, third. Johnny with 1470. Joseph with 1348. Fourth, 532 up for grabs. Everybody guaranteed 1838. Let's go. You're missing a great final table, Scott. We are actually going to give everybody 200 points because we hit that half-hour mark.
All of it.
Shane's all in. Gil's going to fold. I'm going to tap loyalty and add, what'd I say, 150? Okay. Boom. You guys should all have 150. Streamlad says, I would say no, Kipo. Kipo must have 8-balled it. Does Eric know what LOL stands for? LOL. It looks like a guy holding his hands up.
Yeah, they made NFL history.
Scott says, I was working the boat. Freaking cold. These Texans say freaking cold. Eddie, I haven't eaten since we did last night. I'm starving. Let's eat. I'm hungry. I could eat something. Gil with a king 6 suited in the small blind. 665K. Now, that's an all-in. I was going to say that's a snap call. I was going to say with Shane and Tammy exactly in chips, he can apply a lot of pressure to both of them because they don't want to bust before the other one does. He does run into the ace 10 buzzsaw. That is Shane. Drawing dead on the turn. And all of a sudden, in an amazing string of events, we've got Shane as a chip leader with 850K and Gil down to 9 big blinds, 275,000 chips after doubling Shane up twice.
Tournament poker.
Oh, man. And both times he did the right move at the wrong time.
Yeah. It was totally the right timing to come back, and everybody's really short now because the blinds just went up again, and it's like you step on the gas pedal.
Yep, let's go.
And you just ran into hands.
Back to back shoves do not get through. Shane wakes up with a better hand that holds. See, mathematically, you can't do that twice. You can't run into a better hand and not suck out at least once. Now Gil's going to get it back with the ace-king suited. Well, not if Shane doesn't have anything. He's got the 8 and the deuce. He's going to ship it in. Laura's got ace-4. She might look him up. She does. He's drawing to 3 outs. Rosie in the background says, nice one, Gil. All right, we're getting back on it. Let's go. Ace-4 hearts. Oh!
Flops a flush draw.
All right, he needs to dodge a 4 or a heart.
Oh.
She gets there. I think he's out.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. From chip leader to bust in 2 orbits.
In 3 hands.
Yeah, that's tournament poker. Ah, that's brutal. Played a good game, Gil. Good game.
Gil in 3rd place with 1838. Snatching defeat from the jaws of victory. We are heads up. Wow, speechless. Good game. Gil, we are heads up with Shane and Laura, both of them taking chips from Gil, and it is 830 to 640. Gil, the wizard, played great. Kid's 18 years old. I expect great things from him. Sassy lives in Montana, and it's not cold here. I live in Minnesota. It is not cold here, I promise you. I went home for Thanksgiving and was shoveling a foot of snow. Tammy is currently in Iowa, and it is pretty cold. Hey, Siri, what's the temperature in Bemidji?
In Bemidji, Minnesota, it's 3 degrees.
Ooh, burr.
Tell me again how cold you are, Scott. 6 tray versus 10-8 on a 10-10 ace board. Checks around on the flop. Shane bets 50, drawing dead with bottom pair. Laura raises. Shane immediately folds. This is good experience for him. I think he plays well shorthanded, and I think probably at break, he got some advice that said just shove because they can't call you. You're only going to pick up a premium hand one every 16 hands. So. Shane folds King Deuce, and Laura gets a walk with King Jack. 5 Deuce and King Jack. Suited. We are heads up, evenly chip stacked. It doesn't get closer than this. The blinds are 20,000, 30,000. There is less than a blind. There's a third of a blind separating Laura and Shane right now. Guaranteed $3,062. Playing for $4,532. Still no talk of chop.
Still no talk. I love it.
Pocket four is going to say ace queen. This is it. Oh. It's going to be an all-in and a call, and this tournament is going to be over. Yeah, you never fold ace queen heads up. Ever, never, ever. That's a snap call, and we're flipping. Shane's got a 54% advantage. Let's go. Oh, 4 on the flop. We went from 54 to 95 real quick.
Heart for a sweat.
Oh, a heart. Heart. Doesn't get it. I think we're done. Count them up. She might have 10K left if the chip counts are correct, but it is essentially done. Gil could limp fold with King 6 suited or raise fold with King 6 suited. Nothing is worse. Nothing worse is going to call. You're only picking up big blinds and antes. I do not disagree with that, Eddie. Sassy says sailboats. Wow. He played phenomenal. He will quickly learn from this. It's scary how good that kid is. I'm horrified. I don't want to play him.
Dude, the youth is they're amazing. They're
too smart.
They really got it hammered down.
So we're going to get an exact chip count from Tammy. The computer says she has 40,000. You can see Craig in the background updating it to correct it. And she, I think, has closer to 100,000. And you can see Eddie, you can see Craig just updated it. She does have 100,000 at 20,000, 30,000 blinds. So that
chip
gives
and a
her,
prayer.
Yeah, let's go. Just like Jack Strauss in 1982 at the WSOP with one chip left under his napkin.
Run it up.
Laura with the 9-6 suited. Are they all in?
Yes.
And a call?
Oh, yeah.
She needs a 6. That's tough. Tammy has 0 chips. Oh, what? Oh, wrong Tammy. I meant Laura. Did I say Tammy?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Chop it up. Sorry, Tammy. Laura has 0 chips. Tammy has 0 chips. Laura has 100 chips. And depending on whether she was big blind or Annie last time, she either lost 1,500 or gained 1,500. And she's down to 85,000, so she must have been big blind and lost half her ante in that last hand. King 3-hand is a monster at these levels. You have to raise. If you raise, you're committed. You might as well shove. That's Tiny from North Dakota. Spitting facts.
Yeah, I think the shove is totally good.
Yeah. Tammy is pretty awesome. Tammy spitting facts from Iowa. She's down to 5K. She paid her blind. She paid her ante. She's got 5K left. And Shane said, I ain't looking. AC Doocy, she's got the kids game. Shane has a king 3. He's all in.
King crab's my favorite kind of crab.
King crab. Love it. I'm hungry again. I want this to hurry up and get over so we can go eat. 644. We got the
sailboats.
We got the sailboats. 6 or 4 to chop. King to win. 5 doesn't get it.
Hanging in there with the ace.
She thought he had a straight. He's got a 3, 4, 5, 6. We call that a North Dakota straight. Eddie's making the comments about the King 6 hands because he knows Gil is going to rewatch it, and he respects Eddie's opinion. So Laura is back up to 100. So she chopped it when she was big blind, and then she chopped it when she was small blind, or excuse me, when she was ante. And she's back at 100 after 4 hands. He's going to crush the WSOP and WPT events in Choctaw next month. Well, next month is next year.
Wait, can he play?
Oh, yeah.
Can he play at 18 up there?
In Tribal, you can. Choctaw's Tribal.
Yeah.
I don't know about Choctaw specifically, but on Tribal land, you can play at 18. QJ against Dolly Parton's 9-5. Shane does hit the 9 with all diamonds. Laura has the only flush draw. She has a 10 for a straight, a diamond for a flush, a queen for a higher pair. She hits a 10 for a straight. We're into overtime. Up to 230,000 chips.
3s are not seagull sass. They're crabs.
I'm going with crabs in this one.
I dig top hats though.
I like the 5s as top hats. 4s as sailboats. Deuces are ducks. What are 6s? Pocket 6s, somebody tell me. Give me a name for it. Gamble, Frank gambling.
7's the hockey sticks.
Yep.
Snowmen.
Chip and a chair. Gil was at the last WSOP. I believe that to be accurate.
Oh, she wakes up with aces.
AA against Q2. Hey, it rhymes.
Hey, nice.
I just invented Q2. The epic comeback starts now. Don't call it a comeback. Oh, he hits a Q. It's all going in. Snap call. She's got him dominated. He needs a deuce or a queen. We're rhyming Q or 2. He's calling for it. He wants a queen or a 2 or a diamond. He's got so many outs, he misses all of them. Laura with the double, 430,000 chips. Let's look at this chip stack, guys. Average is 735,000. Shane's got 1 million. Laura's got 430, 34 to 14. She doubles up again. She's got 28, and he's got 20. And my mind is blown. Let's go.
Checks our option with aces.
Beautiful play. Beautiful play. Slow playing the Rockets. Weapons of mass destruction. Bullets. America Airlines. How many names could he have? Mike just dealing coolers. He's from Minnesota. He deals coolers.
It's cold up there.
That's what we do. 3 degrees. He was... Scott Friedman saying the last flop was good. I think that's what LFG means. Last flop was good.
Yeah.
9-10 suited for Laura on the button. She's going to raise it. Let's go. We're at 20-30. She just limps in again. Eddie Bat says she's pulling an Asia sensation. Final table heads up comeback. She does bet with 10 high, and it is the best hand. Shane folds his 5-3. Top hat crab. The Canadian pot grower says the WD feature table has a lot. Hey, speaking of the Canadian pot grower, Eddie, did you send out that hoodie yet? I know we make notes every day to send it to him. Did that ever get done? I mean, I can have Kristen send you another note. I'm up in Minnesota for Thanksgiving. I wake up and there's a sticky note on the microwave says, remind Eddie to send the hoodie because she was listening to the chat. All right. He's got ace 10 suited, bumps it, and she snap folds. Frosty Nug says, LOL. That hand has a ton of equity post flop. Eddie says no with 27 zeros. It's only been a month. I mean, we need to send him a hat also, like a top hat, like a pocket fives. Queen 10 versus 8-9. All in, 8-9 can't call. Easy fold. All right, I like the aggression. She's just going to rip it. Where are we at in chips now? We're getting closer and closer. 16-32. 2-1. She wins 2 in a row. It is over. She loses 1 in a row. It is over. Get it before the PSPC so I can wear it there. Somebody let me know who wins. We're supposed to be making t-shirts for the final table. So, Greg, here's the deal about that. That was an idea Chris had. He didn't float it by management, and he made a thumbnail before they responded. So I'm not sure what they're doing with that. She is playing solid. She is playing solid. She's folding when she should fold. She's calling when she should call. She's shoving when she should shove. There's still a rail in the background. Eddie, make a sticky note. Is that accurate, Tammy? Because that's hilarious. He was going to mail it. They told him if he mails it next month, it's going to cost more. It'll be $1 less. I don't know if you're trolling the chat, Tammy, but that's funny. I 100% don't believe Eddie waits a month to save $1. $20,000, $30,000 with a $30,000 big blind Annie. We are heads up in the $300 Deepstack tournament. 35-13. Shane's pulling away. We're playing for $1,500 difference. Everybody guaranteed $3,000. Eddie says that is not accurate. It was funny though. Oh, the thumb drive fiasco. The thumb drive, that was accurate, though. That was a lot of money difference between 10 o'clock and noon. Ace and... I like it. We got 2 premium heads-up cards. King 10 against Ace 5.
Ace 5.
Let's go. 10 on the flop, all spades. Nobody has a spade. She needs an ace or a tray Doesn't get it. We are done. Your champion, none other than Shane Howell.
Right on, Shane. Good run, Laura.
Beautiful, beautiful. Let's look at this. Shane up at the top, $4,532.
Nice hit.
Hashtag no chops, just champs. Laura taking home $3,000 for her second place finish. Gil runs into cooler after cooler after cooler to exit in third place for $1,838. Johnny M taking home $1,470. He dodged all of the landmines. And Joseph $1,348 for his effort today. Heading back to California on Monday. We're going to see him back here in January for the WSOP event up in Choctaw. And we are done with the stream. Appreciate you. I'm going to give everybody 200 points just for watching, sticking around. All of you. Loyalty, I'm going to bump it. I lied. I'm not going to go 200. I'm going to go 300. Okay. You're welcome.
Thanks for letting me hang.
It was a blast. Thank you, Brian.
Yeah.
We'll do it again. It was a lot of fun. And you're going to be back here today.
Today.
It's today for the next gen, 6 o'clock, 2-5, 1,500 max buy-in. They're not doing a match stack on Sundays. That's only a Friday thing. A lot of fun. If you're not following next gen, you must live under a rock or something. Those guys are great. A couple of them were at the table, and
that's how we got to Texas in the first place.
Boom.
We found them on TV.
Let's
and Stats
go.
says these kids just brought a bunch of money to the casino
in a Ziploc bag.
Yeah.
In a Ziploc bag.
I stopped
What
and
are
I'm
we
like,
doing wrong?
Yeah, we need to go.
We can play poker. We know how to do this. All right, guys. Pushing 4 hours for this final table. That is crazy good. Tells you how good the structure is. 30-minute levels, 30K starting stack. Great prize pool. Guaranteed 8,500. We pushed 12,000, something like that.
Yeah.
All right. We'll see you guys all tomorrow. Thanks for staying this whole time.